This podcast is going to blow your mind.
I get extremely emotional.
Hey everyone, this is a Trash to Cash podcast, episode 23, I think it is, and we are happy to announce we are no longer the reselling podcast that talks the least about reselling. And with me, I have Kevin, the Commonwealth
Why?
Picker,
Why?
Carrie, American Arbitrage, and Tim, special guest from over the years. Hello, Tim.
I knew
Hello,
this was a mistake.
gentlemen.
What is this,
Here.
1979? Look at these backgrounds.
Look at this, guys.
Yeah,
Look at
and
this.
we're
The
in the
wood
80s.
paneling is coming back, guys. It's hot right now.
For those of you listening on a podcast and actually hearing this, both Tim and Carrie have 1979 paneling backgrounds.
Yeah.
Right there.
Seriously, I got
original.
Atari hooked up. We're going to play some Pitfall after this.
Yeah, Tim's is really nice, actually. Carrie's is faux.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I think Tim's is
Very cruel, but whatever.
Yeah. So Tim was just telling us a story about his florist and something else. Did you want to let the audience in on this?
Well, I know. So I was just saying, I have had quite the 72 hours. I think it is. What's today's Monday, right? Today's
I
Monday.
think so.
I think. I don't know.
Okay. All right. So Thursday was March Madness and St. Patrick's Day. I did a 12-hour marathon card stream on Whatnot. So from 12 to 12.
There we go. Whatnot, baby.
And then after that, I got on a bus at 5:30 in the morning and went to New York. And then I got to New York and I got into a suit and then I ate food at a bar.
Ooh,
with
I want to
corporate
see
people.
that.
And then after that, I had halibut at nighttime and then I saw a Broadway show. And then I woke back up and I was in East Harlem and I was eating the craziest brunch with like the 90s hip hop. And then I popped into a thrift store in East Harlem, picked up a piece of uranium glass. And then I got back on a bus from New York. And then I had dinner at Abuela's house for her birthday. And then I packed 100 orders. And then I
100 orders.
That was-
from
and
the
it was-
from the 12-hour Whatnot.
Whatnot in eBay and Etsy, Macari, Poshmark, Depop, Grailed. And then after
Wow.
that, I ended up at dinner tonight at my fiance's parents' house with my florist for our wedding and her significant other who used to be the chef at the restaurant I worked at before I went full-time reselling. So, yeah, that has
And
been
is
my
it
last
true?
Period. That's one sentence. That was
No,
one
seriously.
sentence.
I
Lots
was
of commas.
The interesting part is I was asleep that whole time. The whole time I was
No.
asleep.
Well, so what I heard is that you actually shaved your beard when you suited up 2 days ago, and this is all fresh.
No.
That's just
No. But I tell
5
you
o'clock
what,
shadow right there.
When I was walking down Madison Ave though, and Park
Suited up.
Ave with the beard and the suit and the
Dude.
sunglasses on, man, I'm telling you,
There's-
I mean, I was
there's gotta
like
be a
Conor
picture.
McGregor.
Did you
So how
hire
is-
like a camera guy to do a gimbal shot of you walking? Because I want to see it.
I should have, but no, people were just filming naturally. I don't know. People always naturally film me. I don't know what it is,
It's
why,
just
but
the handsomeness, yeah.
So I got to know two
world.
things. I got to know what was the thrift store like there, and the second thing I got to know is what were you doing with the executive type people eating in a bar. I got to know what you're doing there.
So Josie, my fiance, she is in the corporate world, and so she was there on business. So that's why I went up there to go see her. She was there for 5 days or so. So we went up there to have dinner and catch a Broadway show, which was absolutely fantastic. I know I don't strike much of you as the Broadway viewer.
what'd you see? You're in town or
No, we saw this play called Paradise Square. It was super dope, dude. It was
that sounds
about
good, man.
the immigration riots of New York during the Civil War draft.
Wow.
Yeah,
That sounds
so
that
it's
sounds
like,
pretty good.
it was like some crazy
They should
stuff
do
going on.
they
Were
should
the
do
Ninja
gangs in New
Turtles
York.
it?
That would be
Were the
intense.
Ninja Turtles in it? And
No.
they should do Gangs in New York.
They weren't, but I did see some Ninja Turtles while I was there in Times
No,
Square.
it's
You
so
see
cool.
all
That's
types of
where
stuff.
they
in
do
Times
Did you see
the-
Did you see the underwear cowboy guy just singing and
Oh,
I did
I've
not.
seen
I
him.
did not.
being a
him.
weird guy?
But no, his sign says naked cowboy. It doesn't say underwear cowboy. Even though
Well,
he's not fully
he's
naked.
not
And
being
I
honest,
confronted
and
him.
I
No.
always I take issue
confronted
with him
him.
not being honest. Honestly,
Yeah.
Does he
And the
sign
thrift
autographs?
store. The thrift store was it was New York City. I mean,
Yeah,
there were
yeah.
the screen tag Adidas T-shirts for $10. But you know me, I was like,
You
know,
found
the little-
something. It's a
I
challenge.
found a uranium glass tidbit for $5. hiding
that
in the,
worth?
on the bottom shelves.
You did that so you can
20,
write the whole
$25.
trip off, right?
Okay.
Yep.
You can write the whole trip off, the whole
Yep.
thing, the corporate lunch,
The Olive Garden
all
dinner.
of it,
Exactly.
the play.
Yeah.
The
so it
fancy
was,
Olive Garden dinner.
It was crazy. I mean, I don't know, because I feel like I'm one of the only resellers out there that lives in like a major city.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You know, like
yeah.
reselling in DC is different than reselling anywhere else.
There's some Vegas folks, art of resale, and there's some
I live
folks,
in-
but
Well,
you're
hold
right.
on.
Utah, it's pretty
Tim,
big.
you said you did a 12-hour whatnot?
Yes.
So from what I hear, no one buying from you got a deal, right? Not a single deal was had.
I need to get off of this thing.
I've
Yeah,
heard
it's-
the rumor that no one gets deals.
Just
on
$4
whatnot
baseball cards all night.
auctions. You're just
Steals
ripping
of a
people
deal,
off.
man. Everybody's getting a deal.
This is a
I
rip-off.
knew I needed to take today off. I knew I needed to. I'm here with
a
three
service.
sellouts. I got to get off of it.
You should talk. What are we sponsored by
This is
today?
gonna be like
Hey,
Shark-
Yardaroo. You're
Yardaroo.
supposed
Oh,
to
Be
do
yeah.
like
They actually
Shark
didn't
Week
cancel.
without cages.
Exactly.
Dark Week without cages. I like that. That's good. That's good.
I actually, guys, I wanted to start it off with two things. So we've got a new segment on the show, but we also have the comment of the week. And it's
Yes.
a great comment from MD Picker. She said, real question, who really started when in doubt, part it out? I've
Ooh,
received
I know it
several
wasn't
comments.
Kevin.
Hold on. I received several comments that say Dave is the OG of the phrase, but Kevin is the one who ran with it and sometimes gives Dave credit. And that's true, MD Picker. That's actually how it went down.
It's fake news. Fake news. Fake news. I will go back to the archives. I will find the video. I think it was a Nordic Track ski machine the first time I said it. I'll have to
Okay.
find the video for you.
Hot
So
seller
who did
right
you
there,
steal it
Nordic
from?
Track.
You stole
It
from
looks
It
like
is.
one of those
When
are
in
in
doubt, part it out.
Carrie's basement right now.
Oh, dude, I have a Nordic Track to
It
the
does.
left, and the right I have another cardio machine. I have one of those. What a Thigh Master! I'm using it right now,
Oh, dude, I thought your thighs
Keep
were
them
looking
strong.
sweet. Yeah. Yeah.
dude. Suzanne Summer knows what's up.
Tim, how
Hey,
many, how
those
many
sell all
whatnot
right.
auctions, Tim, are you doing a week on average?
How many whatnot auctions?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever tickles my fancy. Fancies my tickle. I don't know how that saying quite goes.
No, I
but
think
something
tickles
like
your
that.
fancies
Yes.
tickle. Yeah.
Fancy tickler.
I've been kind of on a 3-a-week sort of schedule: Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. If I'm doing
Okay.
sports cards, so like I was like an OG when it comes to whatnot.
Matter of fact, he
No,
was
yeah.
the
You
OG.
founded the company.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you-
before
That's why you're wearing the
certain,
yellow hat. It's a whatnot.
Exactly, man. You stole it away from Andrew
you owned
Garfield or
the
something.
stock. You were a stock owner, right? You
The
have
funny
a
thing
little piece.
is I was watching so Pat McAfee's show. There's a spin-off of some of the other guys on that show they do a show called The Pod. And I was watching it and they were doing a break on it. And like I'm obviously into sports stuff too. I just launched a brand new sports channel, Over the Year Sports. Go ahead and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Thank you very
It's
much.
legit.
get
It's
them plugged
legit.
in.
Wait, there's no sponsorship. You didn't
Oh.
pay for that, Tim.
I know, man.
This is transactional, and there
Exactly.
was no
Yeah,
paycheck.
Kevin
I'll
Vin-
spend
Venmo
$20.
has three ways, though. 3 ways, dude.
So no, so
Seriously,
like, I
put
saw
those
them
links
doing
below
it.
for him, Dave.
I saw them
Refreshing.
doing that, and I
Me
was
too.
like, man, this might be my out. You know what I'm saying? Because like
This the
I'm
first time you
literally-
heard about it?
That was the first time I had heard about it. So then I started doing a little research, and I saw they had a vintage clothing category that was getting ready to launch. So I immediately picked up the phone and called Cernock. I said, Cernock, I think I found the next thing.
And I
'cause,
heard-
I know Cernock's closet. You know what I'm saying? I know his basement. So I was
Yeah.
like, dude, this is gonna be crazy. We're gonna blow up. And then the only other person I had saw on there at the time was Marcus Sumo Thrift. And he was doing Funko Pops. Besides that, I didn't see anybody on there. And so, like, immediately, like everything else, I come from the school of Gary Vee, so I'm always sharing my knowledge for free. That was a bar right there.
He charged me
And
for
so
it.
I know, man.
I'm telling
Spit it, brother.
I'm telling everybody whatnot. Everybody looking at me like I'm
Like
crazy.
you're crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
From
Because
what I heard
that's-
through the grapevine, though, Tim, is they didn't accept. They took Cernock before you.
they
That's
did.
what I heard.
They did take Cernock before me.
Were you hurt?
And I No, because listen, that's what I'm saying. Is I called Cernock. I said, Cernock, man, this is it for you. This will be big. For
it
you.
was
And
perfect.
for me, it was like I think it was because I applied for multiple categories. I applied for sports memorabilia, sports cards, and vintage clothing,
Lingerie.
So like, I'm a little bit of
IKEA bag
everything.
lingerie.
Yeah.
Hey, is
Oh,
it
man.
true that you had the inside
good
scoop on
niche.
Cernock's closet because Paul the Philly Flipper camps out in there?
No.
I've heard that about him. I don't know. Maybe he was Skyping you.
Nah, I'll
not
tell you,
easy.
man. Cernock has the craziest basement y'all will
Hey,
ever
speaking of,
see.
he's the vintage T-shirt sponsor of the
Yeah,
podcast.
And he
This
kind
came
well,
from
okay,
him.
no,
yeah.
he is not. Cernock, if you want to be the vintage T-shirt sponsor,
Yeah.
I'll send you my Addy.
No.
Hook a brother up. Okay,
Yeah,
so
and then
Tim,
eventually people
go
started
ahead.
hopping on, and it became crazy.
yeah, dude, it's
Dude,
growing.
you know
massively.
how it is, man. Like like I had the same thing happen with TikTok. Nobody would listen to me for like a year, maybe a year and a half, and then Kevin comes crawling in, wanted to know how to do it, and then Dave comes.
I did. I
crawling
just
in.
called him. I'm like,
No,
dude,
like
who is this
literally.
guy?
I'm like, we're
come on.
friends now. Yeah, no, but I think Tim, you and Cernock, and I didn't even know who Sumo Thrift was. You were the only people I knew that did it, that were like on YouTube, that were resellers. And
Except
then
when
it
you
just,
carry no clout though, because I know Eric tried to get in and you couldn't do it for him, but Carrie did. So what's up? I mean, you should have like
What's that all about?
some clout. I mean, if you're the first one in
Tim's-
this niche,
he probably does. Tim's just stingy.
Listen, this is the thing. It's like I'm like, the redheaded stepchild of everything that I do. Like people, they know, but they don't want to like really associate themselves with me all the time. Like I'm kind of like like the Dos Equis man and Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, we're
combined
gonna
with reselling.
we're gonna edit you
That's
out of this
me.
podcast,
Yeah,
Tim,
we've actually
just so you know.
We're not even live. We're not live.
It's
Tim.
gonna be really
We're doing
weird.
a fake show. to
Josie
help you
wasn't
focus.
afraid to bring you up to New York with her and show you off. little eye
because
candy.
listen,
Little eye
cleans up
candy for
good.
the
He cleans up
executives.
I can swim with all of them, like you could drop me in anywhere and I'll be good because I'm well rounded. But I am
Okay.
I am a little bit
Question.
crazy.
How many followers do you have on Whatnot right now, Tim?
1.2.
you? 1,200.
Yeah.
And what about you, Carrie?
2.3, I think. 2.3.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot. of
But
followers.
Carrie's done 18 million shows.
I'm almost
Dear
at
Lord.
9,000
That's a lot of
sales.
shows.
Harry Tornado's done like 3 shows and has like 3 something. So,
And yet he's still better than you in every way. It's weird.
yeah, he's like a short little munchkin version of me. Yeah.
Hey! He looks like me, bro.
Well, I know he's taller than you though. He's taller than both of you guys.
Maybe he might be.
Not taller than Tim.
Okay.
Tim, so
Tim,
you're
how
still
tall
doing
are
your
you?
Monday show.
Yeah, so that's the other thing too is I sell glass every Monday night on YouTube. So
Right.
I do Monday night and then I do Tuesday, Thursday, Sundays on Whatnot, and then obviously I do my regular stuff: eBay, Etsy, Mercari, Poshmark, Depop, Grailed, and then during I also do my other YouTube channel, Authentic in the Beard. If you guys haven't subscribe to that channel. So that's this background right here.
I like
There you
this, man.
Is that your
I
sports
like it.
podcast, Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my sports show. So
It's pretty
that
good.
actually is that's my best YouTube channel right now. I fell off with my other YouTube channel just because the wedding and my house situation. I'm sure you guys have heard the story
Yep,
about that.
yep,
You know what I'm saying?
yep,
So
yep.
like it's been pretty rough, but she finally left. We are
Nice.
1 year and 7 days.
Not the
since we
fiance.
bought the
She's still
house.
there.
Yeah, no, the fiance, so the squatter.
Kicked it
Yeah,
out.
1 year later, the squatter has left.
Well, my
the
brother
building.
has had a squatter in his house for 3 years, his father-in-law, so it could be worse. Okay, so I wanted to say, Tim, you may not know this, but we've launched a brand new segment where we are taking
exciting.
call-ins to the show.
Yes.
We
So-
set up a phone number so people could call in
Prank calls, here
to
we go.
the Trash to Cash podcast. What's up,
I
Tim?
want to say here, just for the record, that I had no idea they were doing this.
No one did. No, this was
And
me,
it-
just-
Dave
yeah,
just does stuff
being a
on.
psychopath.
I've been doing that myself. I just don't want
I
to announce
knew.
any of it yet.
You
Yeah.
know,
It was on our Instagram.
Well, I didn't know
Kevin.
about
Right, but
that.
that's how I found out. Was on the Instagram.
Well, yeah.
that's how Carrie found out, too.
That's how I
If
found
we
out,
feel
too.
any better.
Yeah. So
All you
can
have
we
to
at
do is
least
go down
give
the
my
comments
input?
of the last podcast, and you'll
Yes.
find out everything
Tim
that's going to
knows.
happen in the next
Well,
podcast.
Tim knows
Dude.
because it wasn't my idea. It was a viewer's idea.
That's true.
And the
See,
viewer.
you should have got
Crowdsourcing, guys.
sponsorship for the call-in phone thing, and we
It's
could say
Google.
this is brought
It's
to you
Google.
by Bubble Boy. See,
Someone-
American Bubble Boy. I thought Tim wouldn't come on the show because it's sponsored by American Bubble Boy. Thank you, Tim.
I'm here to behave
Thank you,
myself.
Tim. All right.
Okay,
that's
hold
good.
on.
Check
We're
the
gonna-
links
we're
below.
gonna do
We'll
some
send you a
voicemails.
complimentary copy, Tim. All right, go ahead.
We're
We're
Voicemails.
gonna do
We're gonna do some voicemails.
Then we can talk about how Tim hates bubble wrap for some reason. and
Yeah, that's
leaving
aggressive and
dinosaurs.
weird, but okay.
That's coming soon. But I did want to ask one quick question before we get to that segment. How come you haven't moved your glass auction to Whatnot?
Yeah,
I've done one on.
Did it not go good?
No, it went well, but I mean, I literally just did it like a week and a half ago,
Okay.
and I basically So there's a couple of different reasons why. One, to make
The crowd.
to use Krillin, make a long story short. It's mostly because I think my demographic for my glass sales, it's a little bit more difficult.
Carrie's
to get-
demographic.
it's like no, it's Kevin's. It's the retirement community, right?
Yeah, so it's just, but it's made it a little bit easier since they switched from app only to PC as well.
Yeah.
So I did have people come from my YouTube channel over to there.
Okay.
So it's definitely something I think, but I think with Whatnot you gotta have weird. You gotta have weird.
Yeah.
I think that's what
Mushrooms.
like
and-
Ots Antiques. I think they do really well too because they have stuff and you're just like, wait, what? A racing suit? Sure, yeah. $20, $30. You know.
Well,
what I'm
there's
saying?
also you're just doing like Venmo payments or something, right? So the fees are going to be
PayPal.
a bit
Yeah.
PayPal. So you're
But
like,
how could Odds
saving money
Antiques
there.
do good? They don't have a massive social media following, so I'm not sure.
got
sure
good,
how
if
they
you have
could
good
make
stuff
any
on
money
Whatnot,
with
you will
that.
get a
Okay, but
following.
no,
I
hold on.
guarantee
Odds
you that.
Antiques was like one of the first video game sellers on Whatnot, so they had a bunch of followers really fast. And that
I know
was
he tried to
super
buy
helpful.
my video games.
Dude.
I probably should have
Yeah.
sold them.
I had one of the first video game shows, like the second or third one
Yeah, but
on
yours was
Whatnot.
bad.
It was terrible. I
was the
agree, but
worst
they
show.
wanted me to do it, and I'm like, I don't
He's like,
have much.
I went to the thrift today and I bought these Genesis games for $10 a piece, and he's selling
No,
them for
I
50
know.
cents.
It's better than the Pokemon
Yeah.
auction.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Now, and we are going to talk about how Rolo users
That's
are
what it is.
awful a little bit later.
Yeah,
but
guys.
First,
Dymo. Wait, no, I'm sponsored by Rolo. I like Rolo. Sorry,
I'm
I
done.
do.
I'm done. I gotta get a drink.
Oh, he's leaving. Okay.
There we
fine.
go.
No,
Okay,
no.
now I
Kevin's a
think
bit of an alcoholic,
some
guys.
people, Tim,
Rolo,
are taking
put my Rolo
advantage.
link down below.
Put my Rolo link. I don't have one, but put
Dave
it.
doesn't have
hold
one.
Hold on.
Rolo
I want to
doesn't
say
like
something.
Dave.
I want to say something about Rolo. I want to say something about Rolo because there has been some negativity about Rolo, even from myself, because they won't give me money and free printers. But beyond that, I use a Rolo, and the
I've
thing
got
is
a free
awesome.
printer. They haven't given me
Dude.
nothing.
The thing is awesome.
I mean, I love caramel and chocolate, dude.
Oh yes, the chocolate and caramel Rolos. That's my mom's
are
favorite
good.
candy. But no, the reason I like it is because the labels are completely free. You just order them on UPS. Carrie didn't know this.
You
He just
steal
told
them
me
from
that
UPS,
today.
yeah.
Unlimited free labels, whereas like when I had my Dymo, I had to buy labels all the time. So
It's
I-
unlimited.
You don't
Those
even
are
want to
the
know
labels.
the setup I got.
What do you got, Tim?
He don't
listen,
tell it.
I got a brother, right? I got the
Ooh.
brother thermal wireless, right? And so when I first got it, I was like, man, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? Because like I come from the old school. I was handwriting labels. You know what I'm
Carrie.
saying? Like I didn't even know what
I've done that.
partnership was. You know what I'm saying? So like it was a game changer for me. And then I was like, dang, I gotta buy these labels though, right? And brother, you know how people set up a thing. You gotta get this. It's like Apple. You gotta
No,
have
Dymo does the
the-
same thing.
yeah, but see,
gotta be
listen,
specific.
there's a way around it though. If there's
Yeah.
one thing that you don't know, if you need to know about me, is there's
You're a
always a
hacker.
way.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are in the Matrix. I get it.
So look, I took the
Red pill.
All you need is the spool, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
you could buy the bootleg labels
Mhm.
that are going to be cheaper, as long as you take the bootleg labels off the bootleg spool and put it on the spool that matches your printer. Then boom, you're good to go.
But
I love
are
it.
they
I
cheaper?
love
That
it.
is a great tip out there.
Are
right
they
there.
cheaper than free?
They are well, no, but you know what I'm saying?
All right, let's listen to
got
our first
me.
First voicemail, okay? We're gonna try this. I'm just gonna put it up to my mic, and you guys, if you can't hear it, let me know.
Okay.
Love the recording, guys. My name is Kenneth Wayne.
Well, this is great
Just
video.
wanted to say I really enjoy the podcast. I love the lightheartedness. I love how you guys joke and play with each other. It's kind of nice
Play with
to
each other.
step away from the reselling and get some entertainment once in a while out of one of these podcasts.
Woo, preach.
Just wanted to try it out. Gave you guys a call. Hope everything's well.
I
Y'all
like
enjoy.
it. There.
Yeah, Kenneth.
That's it.
Thank you.
What are
And
we
now,
giving
Kevin,
Kenneth.
can we
Carrie,
try,
give him
Thank you,
Kevin?
Kenneth. Yeah, here.
Can we try to be a little more
It's a
mature,
Rolo printer.
Kevin? All right, this is
I got a
serious
giveaway
stuff.
next week for one, guys.
Seriously.
Insta.
Okay.
Go on Insta.
Okay. So, anything to say to Kenneth? Just Kenneth was testing it out.
Thank
I'm pretty
you,
You're
sure
awesome,
Kenneth.
Kenneth.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pretty sure Kenneth was the one with the idea. And I messaged him back and I said,
the
hey, I just
frequency.
set it up. Call the number. And Kenneth was testing it out for us. And then we got some additional calls that I don't even know.
We should have told him Tim was on tonight. They could ask dinosaur questions.
Well, we got some good ones anyways. Kevin's wife called in, Blue Ridge
Hey
Mama.
guys, this is Blue Ridge Mama. I wanted to call you to ask you to be nicer to my Kevin. He's such a sweet man, and you're just always so mean to him, and he's the love of my life.
Oh,
Can
good
you
Lord.
eat that Taco Bell? When he knows there's a Taco Bell segment, he brings the Taco Bell. Stop tricking my handsome boy. Okay, bye-bye. I love the show.
That's Kayla's husband. That was Kayla's husband. That was
No,
not my wife.
That was Blue Ridge Mama. And
Nice.
right after she called, we got a call from Turner.
Hey guys, big fan of the show and everything, but could you guys please stop picking on my daddy? He's a weird guy. Just stop being mean.
Okay, and then we got a call.
Tim, would you like to join this podcast? And I don't know. I could probably do the
There you go.
sports thing. I can study up. Maybe I'll sell some glass. I'll go whatnot. I can do it.
Turner closely follows the show and the Instagram of the show, which has 100 followers right now. So go
It
follow
does.
Trash to
Go
Cash
follow Trash to
on
Cash on
Insta.
Insta. Bolo
And
of the
then you-
day every day, except some days.
Then
we
you're
don't
in
do it.
on this secret that there's a voicemail you can call into. We got another call from a Spanish fella.
Hola, ¿cómo están? Me gusta la basura a la cashola.
Cashola.
Pero no,
Spanish.
no es muy guapo el Kevin. No es guapo.
Kevin's not
Bien
guapo.
feo.
Not guapo.
Me encanta el Carrie. Carrie,
Loves Carrie.
muy guapo.
Muy guapo.
Muy fresa.
Bonita.
Muy fresa.
Me encanta
Very cool.
tiene.
So, I mean, that was pretty good. It's like
Totally
we got
legitimate phone
multicultural
calls.
call-ins.
We have an audience everywhere, guys.
Okay, and
Tim,
then we
I
got
have. Oh my
this.
gosh, how
Hold
long
on,
are
we
we
got
going
a
to do
couple.
this? I
Hi,
got
this
questions.
is John with the Dealer Service Center, and we're calling you, Mr. Brown, about your 1936 Ford Model T's warranty. It seems like your warranty is about to expire. I know you got the car as an adult the year it came out, but we just wanted to let you know, even your car.
I look younger than all three of you, by the
warranty
way.
service. And while you may be aging like fine wine,
Oh, good. Thank
That was it. That was
We
it.
got
Ended.
cut off. You know, those
Ended.
spam calls, they get timed wrong and stuff, so...
That's terrible.
Okay, this one, and now listen, not to say that those calls may or may not have come from Carrie and I, but for some reason our viewers are like-minded. So I got even more stuff to play for
There's
you.
a lot of stuff.
well, I might be a lot of things, but I won't be ignored when I see you coming. The chariots of the Lord will propel horses to right. And the judgment day is at hand, and I'm waiting for the good Lord to take me by the hand. Hey, Isaac, this is Spencer. One about going to Montana.
It sounds like Bill Murray.
So you need to give me a ring here so we can work out some of those details and stuff so we can get kind of hairy or whatever. So give me
don't know what he's
Right,
saying.
bye-bye.
I have no idea what's happening. I passed out a little for a second there.
Listen, this is good radio, Kev.
This is-
And
this is
all
exactly what the
he
people
does.
want.
He just takes calls from brilliant viewers, and we have brilliant viewers. We've got this, of course, from the, I think the nursing home.
Is this thing on? Hello? Kevin? Yeah, Kevin? Nurse?
One of your fans, maybe.
Give me my peas and carrots. Nurse?
Yeah,
Give me my peas and carrots, nurse.
lunchtime.
Is Kevin there?
So it was lunchtime, probably.
Yeah.
Tim, do you have my phone number? You can
got
text
it.
me in a minute when this is over, and I'll come back. I'll
Uh-oh,
just
talking
take
about
a
the
break.
war. Not really good podcast.
Yeah, you did mention the war.
Kevin's leaving. Where'd he go? He had to, well,
Oh, we
he's
got the
elderly.
chair back. We got the chair back.
Oh, special guest chair.
Yeah, that's a
Hello.
hickory. That's a hickory maple oak mix.
Here's the thing, guys. Kevin texted us our group chat. Tim's on the group chat, and Kevin said, "Listen, at my age, the prostate it starts to go, and you
Yep.
gotta pee a little more frequently."
Exactly.
Ran out of Depends, and he has to go run to the bathroom. So,
I just
yeah.
He doesn't have to update us. We keep reminding him, don't update us every time you have to pee, Kevin. And he still
just
does
pee.
it.
You don't need to talk
You don't
about
have
it
to
and,
text us and let us know you're peeing.
Okay, we're really proud of you. But no, we're not done yet, folks. We're not done yet.
Tired of all the silly talk. So much. I want to hear about reselling.
That's right.
Nothing but silly jibber jabber. You got that new
That's why
guy
we
on,
brought Tim on.
65-year-old man. All he wants to do is talk about reselling stuff on his YouTube channel. I want to learn about what it really means to be a reseller. Tired of this silly talk. I want you guys to be more serious. I want a bolo of the day, the week. I want some sort of giveaway.
Nope, he died.
That was it.
No, bolo of the day. Tim,
Tim, you have a
uranium
real
blast.
reseller here. Tim is a full-time. Tim, how long you been doing it? Your main income. Your main income is still reselling.
2 years now. So I literally my first day of the really reselling full time was the first day of the pandemic. Wow. So it's been brutal. Like I was like, man, I left my job. I'm like, all right, I'm about to do this. I'm about to crush. And then I was watching the basketball game, and they were like, Rudy Gobert got COVID, and then Tom Hanks had COVID, and then next thing you know,
Go Jazz.
Embassy had my visa, and it was over.
I'm not one to always want to bring the topic back around to Tom Hanks's nipples, but at the end,
But we do. All
of
seven
that
of them.
Phillip
All seven
movie.
of them.
What is that movie where he's like on the boat? It's like Tom
Castaway.
Captain Phillips.
Captain Phillips, that's it. At the end, guys, just fast forward to the end, find it streaming. The dude's nipples are like 2 inches long.
Exactly.
It's
aggressive.
insane.
Have you seen the video of Tim with the IKEA bag at the reseller rally?
Not that there's anything wrong
It's
with
similar.
long
They're
nipples. If
similar.
you guys have long nipples, we're not going to judge you. But
Yeah.
yes, I saw Tim in the IKEA bikini. He looked hot.
It was nice.
It was a little bit
You know,
more than
Tim
a bikini.
is-
It was a little bit more intricate than that.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Oh,
was,
okay. What else do you have going on there?
I mean, there was like these MC Hammer-esque pants going on too. You know, it was a two-piecer. It wasn't just one piece. I mean, that thing took 3 IKEA bags.
Exactly. It was hammer time for sure.
That's
listen.
$3.
There's one thing that I saw that episode, by the way. I was mind blown. I don't even know how I got my IKEA
You've been
bags.
buying them on
Just-
Amazon for $5 or something, right?
Nah.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know where. I think I got my IKEA bags from a yard sale.
You gotta get an IKEA
I got
bag.
some from a yard sale.
Guys,
Yeah.
speaking of this, Dawn actually came up with this idea, but I'm going to take it, as you guys know. Instead of IKEA bags, we should just sell garbage bags with Trash to Cash on it, just written with like lipstick or something. Because you could put so much more stuff in a trash bag.
Just
Think
carry
about
it
it.
around.
Depends on what kind of trash bag it is, though. You can't
Yeah.
be
30 gallon, guys. We're
bootleg.
not going to cheap out. 30 gallon.
But they gotta have handles though, because you know how them
Yeah.
30-gallon ones they got flaps. They don't got handles.
Flaps are no good.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
if your hands
you
get
gotta
wet
have
'cause you're
handles.
sweating, me and Carrie sweat a lot.
Yeah, we do,
Ripping into yard
profusely.
sales. Like, ugh, it's nasty. And
You know-
also, could we
Just
get
imagine
the
the funk.
logo in yarn, like cross-stitched onto the garbage bags?
Nah, I think it should be like lipstick or blood or feces or something.
Maybe blood and feces. Here's another voicemail.
Too far. Sorry, guys.
Preparation H is the most important thing you could buy. Why
Is that-
Kevin never funny?
That doesn't sound like either of you two.
Wasn't, dude.
It wasn't us.
Oh, my heart hurts. My heart hurts. How many childish people are there in the world? There
Dude,
just must
so
be
many.
tons
Listen
of
to this childish nonsense. This is total childish nonsense.
Hey, I just wanted to ask Dave why he is such a terrible sellout to Macari. That's all.
Oh, that sounded like a geriatric, I know.
Speaking of, dude, we're just like-minded, Tim. We all decided to troll each other on this. And there's one more, and we got to give a third shout-out in a row to Nick.
Hey, Trash to Cash, it's Nick with Resale to Rome, and I figured, what the hey, going for week 3 in a row, gonna try to completely Joey Bada Bing 22 my way. On
Clout
the Trash
chase
to
your
Cash.
way
So,
on.
Yeah,
love
Gary,
it.
Philly
thanks
flipper.
so much. I got the Whatnot order in. The new Kids on the Block cards came in intact, and they were actually
Nice.
a birthday gift for my beautiful wife, April.
I'm
so
so
thank you
sorry.
for that. Dave and Carrie. So Dave, I think it's your friend. I think it's Brandon is his name. We had a yard sale.
Nope.
No.
I think my phone cuts it off. We can
Hey,
finish.
Nick,
Hold on.
you need to go sub over there. Whatnot
And
for Tim.
he came by with his GoPro and picked up a few things. And I want to tie this story together between you and Kevin because on a previous episode of Trash to Cash, Kevin said that that Brandon's girlfriend or wife was a better picker than him, and he kind of got me in trouble because Brandon, I believe that's his name, said that in my driveway that she was a better picker than him, and I said, you know what? That's not the first time I've heard that, and.
Yeah, so
That's very
Brandon, it's still going.
Yeah, so he kind of gave me the little evil eye.
We're gonna have to put a time limit on these.
Seriously.
All right, Nick, thank you
And
for the
just a
life
limit
story.
in general. I'm thinking like comment.
You guys
of the
do
week
know
and
that I'm gonna
phone
call that
of
phone
the
number
week.
every week now.
No,
Listen, no.
please,
Hold on,
guys,
hold on.
call.
We are
troll.
not going to play them all every week. We just wanted to really kick off the feature in the segment with a big
All right.
portion of the show. But in the future,
You've gotta
leave
bring
an
the heat,
awesome
guys.
message. Bring the heat. Like, all right. So if we were gonna cut some out, I'd cut out Carrie's Spanish one. Not that
Yeah,
funny.
that wasn't.
I'd probably cut out the dealer service center. It was okay, but not great. And I would probably honestly cut out the one with the long pause and it says, "Why is Kevin never funny?" You almost
You could
need
be
to cut, but
true, and you
yeah.
could say you could tell the truth, but you can be succinct and quick with
You
it.
got to bring
Yes.
fire. And
You got to
fast
limit
fire.
two, and it's got to be the best two calls. Now Tim will probably have the best two calls.
He might.
He might
yeah,
have both of
Yeah.
them. He
Anyways,
does
new
good.
feature. If you want the phone number, it's down below, and just give it a call. I mean, it may or may not ask you to unsubscribe from Kevin when you call in every single time.
Just please remember to follow the instructions, guys. It's
Follow the
important.
instructions and
Get the full
unsub.
experience.
And his
He has
1936
three channels.
Model T.
He has 3 channels to unsubscribe to, guys. So we expect
It's
all
work.
3.
It's work. It's a lot of work.
Tim, so back to reselling for a second, Tim. I know it's hard for these guys, but your income is almost exclusively from reselling, right? I had Tim to the cabin, y'all. I would never have Dave and Carrie there, but I had Tim there, and he gave an interview to me right before. I don't think I had gone full time yet. And he gave some advice, and I always ask the resellers a question about being full-time. And I say, hey, what's your best advice? How many things should you list a day? And Tim gave an answer I've never heard. He has no set listings. He doesn't list a certain amount a day. He doesn't do anything a day. So talk about that. Why don't you have something in place that keeps you, listing or doing whatever every day?
Well, I do. It's called a wedding and a mortgage. No, I mean, like that's it for me. I mean, it just to be real and be brief. It's it's real life. Like I don't need motivation to make money. I mean, you got to make money to pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, it's just I don't know if you get caught up too much in the hype of I got to do 10 listings or I need to have 1,000 active listings or I have to have 20,000 valued listings. Like to me that all that is just that's that mumble jumble that people on the internet be feeding resellers. Like most of the resellers that tell you that don't even do that. You know what I'm saying? Like for me it's like I'm going to list what I buy and I'm going to buy what I think is going to sell. So like I've gotten really good at that. Like in the beginning I think like most people you buy a lot of stuff, and it's not like bad stuff, but like for me, it's more about the turn and burn. Like the turnover rate has to be good for me. So I've gotten really good at
that.
It's even-
necessarily applicable to everyone? I think some people need to have a goal. They need to have something.
maybe
Yeah, for
different.
sure. That's why I said
Strive to.
everybody's different, and I think sometimes goals. Like I have goals. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like I think some people get so focused on the how many should I list a day and how much should I list a day that they lose focus on the quality of what they're listing.
Yep. And
You know what I'm
Carrie
saying?
does that with
Because-
the hours of sleep. Like how many
It's true.
hours can I sleep today? How many hours?
It's
Yeah.
true, and some people.
And-
The interesting thing, some people do this for years, never get any better. Somehow, get worse. So it's
Even
not.
get
You don't
better at
always
sleeping.
learn. Yeah. Well,
You sleep
Well, the
7
reason I
hours
brought
a day
that
like
up-
a cat.
I brought that up, Tim, and I think you're right, and it applied to me. That's what I do. I initially thought when I go full-time, I'm doing 15 every day before lunchtime, whatever. And then I listened to you say that, and there's so many other facets to reselling.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you have to list things. And I think for people who are highly motivated, who work 10, 12, 14, 16 hours a day, I'm sure Dave, I don't want to give him any credit, but Dave works really hard too. Carrie doesn't, but Dave does. I think, Dave, his goal for the day for listing is how many can he get his wife to list, I think.
Like most resellers, I don't really care about how much I sell. I just want to have some packages that I can take a picture of for Instagram. That's really all I care about at this point.
And listen, that's the thing though. That's the
That's
thing
it.
though that I think people don't realize is that like I understand. Like,
Just use the same package.
I want to know
I
where
do,
y'all
man.
get the time. Where do these people get the time to list?
Green
Because
screen.
I'm packing for 5-6 hours. I'm packing. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
the balance.
I go to the
juggling that
post
for me.
office every single day of the week. There's not a day.
Do they make you bring a scan sheet?
Nah, but I do. Okay, so let me. I messed up, though.
Multi-platforms.
I messed up though. I messed up today, and they were not like they know me. Like they know me by my name. You know what I'm saying? Like they take care of me, and I take care of them. We got a good relationship.
Okay.
But like what happened is that I had to pay the photographer a deposit for the photographer for the wedding. So I had bulk confirmed all my labels when I was in New York for my Whatnot sale, so I could get that money and send it to the photographer. And then I forgot to print the scan sheet when I did that. So then last night and this morning when I packed, I think it was 70 total orders, and then I was like, oh. As soon as I finished, I was like, oh. So yeah, I walked in today and I was like, all right, so y'all gonna be really mad at me, but y'all know I normally am good with this. But I got half scan non-scan sheet. So I had like 12 or 13 orders that were, scan sheet, that were packed for eBay and Etsy. And then I had 70 orders from Whatnot that I had to put on the counter. But I put it on the counter really nice, stacked nice and neat. You know what I'm saying?
That was
So
half, right?
TikTok.
It can be
70
scanned.
92.
Okay,
But this
that's
is what
gone
happened,
viral.
though. I gave them the scan sheet. I told them what was happening. I went into the back and dropped the packages in the back that had the scan sheet. I came back in, and I seen the dude just going like this with the packages. So I walked into the post office, back into the lobby, and I said, man, those ain't been scanned yet. And he was like, what you mean? I said, I didn't have a scan sheet for this one. He's like, why didn't you have a scan sheet? I said, well, what had happened was I was packing in the middle of the night, and it had crossed over. And, you got to print the scan sheet in the same day as when you pack. And he's like, just kind of looked at me. And I was like, so are you going to scan these or what? Because if you don't scan them, then they're not going to show that they're tracking. And then
It's
I'm
a
going to
roll
get
of
all
the
the
dice,
people that
roll
wear
of
my
the dice.
packages.
I legit, every time I go, and I go to a grocery store post office because they're open till 8, I legit have them scan every package and whatnot.
They're
It's
open till 8.
It's literally 60, 70, 80, 100 packages sometimes, and they scan every one of them.
And
It's
just so everyone
I kind of feel bad
understands,
every time, though. to
This
be
is
honest.
important. Not everyone is understanding this. If with Whatnot, you don't get paid until the tracking number shows delivered.
No,
Right,
that's
so-
not true.
On mine, dude, I had some take.
Yeah, that's
weeks, and I had
because
to
you've been
contact them.
slacking.
Right.
No, I had to contact them, and I had dropped it all off. It didn't get scanned in, and they didn't pay me until I reached out to seller support.
Yeah, but
and got
listen,
the customer to confirm it had gotten delivered.
But now we don't got to do that no more.
Why not?
Because we've reached over 1,000 sales.
But when you're a new seller, you need to do it that way.
you
That's
know
what I'm saying. Like that's yeah.
incentive, though. That's what happened to me. As soon as I found out that they was going to pay me immediately, I said, "Look, man, I'm going live every
Incentivity.
day until
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get to 1,000 sales, and then I'm not waiting until they say the wave. They release it in waves." I said, "Listen, man, I need y'all to
I get you.
approve me right
I
now."
get you. No, I get you. I'm just saying some people may not know how important it is to get them scanned. Now, I don't ever get things scanned except if I do a pickup at my house, which is what I try to do. But if I bring it to the post office, I don't bring a scan form. I don't get it scanned. I just put it on the counter and walk out. To heck with the consequences.
Yeah, you just
I'll roll
accept.
that dice.
You're one of the few resellers that accepts the negative before you even ship it out. You're like, it's gonna happen.
This
I
is gonna
embrace
go
it.
wrong.
I accept
I'm
it.
less likely to have to give a refund if they never get it because it's not even the right
That's a good
item.
point, guys.
It's just a bottle cap because I couldn't find the right item.
Big brain moves right there.
But
Dave.
it's
Big
important.
brain
It's
moves.
important to have that good relationship with your post office. You know what
Kevin.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
Kevin-
Kevin.
Hey,
Kevin's
listen,
got a
I got
famous
another
video
video coming out. I've
on
got
TikTok.
another one coming
He's
in.
been a bit of a Kevin
they
at the
messed-
post office.
They
been a
messed
bit
with
of a
my
Kevin.
wife and my daughter, and then we got problems.
There's a whole
It's
channel on
ridiculous.
TikTok called the Karens of TikTok.
Yep.
And they only every now and then they'll do a guy, and that's the Kevin of TikTok, and it's him in the post office screaming at the top, going, "I'm not
Seriously.
doing a scan sheet," and he's throwing. his
You ever seen
packages
somebody
at
just
employees.
rip a roll of stamps
Listen,
in front of
I
everybody
do
just
scan sheets
over an hour?
But
It's
exactly
weird.
what Tim just said. What he just said. Look, if you print off multiple platforms, if you do it at multiple time periods during the day, you're going to come in with 5 scan sheets.
Well, no. Because listen, if you do it this way, I do as long as you keep it in. So I don't even. were you getting all your labels from one place, or you getting your labels from
No.
separate places?
I'm getting them from separate places.
See, that's the thing. Is like I do all my labels on Pirate Ship.
Okay, well that makes a huge difference because you could go to the end of the day and you do everything. On
Exactly.
There.
That's
so you're
how
doing your eBay, you're doing your Etsy, you're doing all of them from there.
Wow. All of that is on there, except for Macari, because Macari gives you your own label,
and you can't even do a
scan
scan sheet on those, right?
Yeah, no. So only Macari and Poshmark will give you your own label, so those will be separate.
I brought a scan sheet in for all the stuff sold out of Big Cartel, and I think I had a couple Bonanza sales, and I don't know if I had a Macari or not.
Of course,
I brought them in.
Bonanza.
I know.
Bonanza.
Man, I tried that. I got really upset though.
Well, what'd you quit for? Did you quit? Because it does. You don't do anything. It just automatically loads.
I stopped. This was like probably like, I don't know, a year plus ago. They were like, yeah, it's easy. You just can transfer your stuff. And then when I did the transfer, it wasn't easy. Didn't transfer all my pictures because with the glass, you gotta have all the pictures. You can't be.
Bonanza has pictures. That's surprising.
So like when that happened, I was like, this isn't gonna work for me. Yeah, so I just was like, I am with it, but I do. I mean, I sell
whatever. You don't
6-7 platforms. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
And
Tim, I got a question for you, man.
Yes,
I got a real reseller question. I'll be serious for a minute. So, have you heard about I think there's gonna. Have you heard of Loop? First off.
Yeah, I've heard of Loop. Loop is a card breaking single.
Do you think they're gonna break into this like multi-genre reselling for live sales, kind of like?
No, I don't. I haven't really ever watched it, but I've heard there's another one too. I heard somebody else talking about.
I think there's going to be a lot of them coming. Honestly,
Pop Shop,
yeah, there will be. But
Pop
listen,
Shop, yeah.
Whatnot has done it right and is doing it right. And
yeah,
I don't. I don't think that anybody is gonna.
You don't think eBay can compete?
Yeah. No, I don't think eBay. But eBay can't even get their regular functionality on the platform.
They can't even get people to pay.
But listen.
I get $4 one after another on Whatnot all day.
If eBay creates a whole new division dedicated to live, it's totally separate. You don't think they can compete? They have it. They're doing it right now.
Yeah, there's no way until
they should have
just
get
past
Whatnot $8 billion and bought them.
They would have ruined.
They got to get past MS DOS first. Once they get past MS DOS,
it's like,
then we can.
That's the only
talk.
one I know how to use.
Exactly. How can we get this to work on MS Paint and Oregon Trail?
And you got the
eBay,
too,
but
like,
you can't discount the fact that eBay has a ridiculous amount of visitors every single day, and if they just roll that out on their front page, they'll get users. They definitely will.
But this is the thing though. There's certain people, and this is why I always cross list everything, because there's certain buyers and there's certain items that work and on certain platforms. That's just a fact of life. Mm-hmm. So eBay shoppers might not be into that live auction sort of situation. It's just not like eBay shoppers are like they stuck in the box. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to do things their way. They want to shop on eBay their way.
I mean,
they don't want to sit through a live auction.
Right.
And
if you
wait,
need one thing, there's always going to be a space for both. And that's my opinion.
Yeah,
there's
for
going to be a
sure.
space for 6, 8, 10 different platforms. If you want one item and you know what you want, you're not going to go sit in an auction to find it.
No. And listen, what was they saying when I was telling everybody about NFTs about almost 2 years ago, right? Everybody was like, oh, the NFTs are trying to overtake physical cards. And I'm like, nah, y'all got it mixed up. Like, physical cards aren't going anywhere. Just like NFTs aren't trying to replace physical cards. Because this is when Top Shot became popular. Yeah. It's the same thing with
non-fungible tokens, guys.
No. Yeah.
And who's got the old audience, Carrie?
Whatnot doesn't want to replace. Whatnot doesn't want to replace eBay. They're doing their own thing. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So it's just like there's always going to be room for everybody, and for me, it's just like that's why I don't understand the backlash on Whatnot.
It's like a dividing community. It's crazy.
Well,
like
Tim,
I
really don't.
You're either a Whatnotter or you're not. You three are all sellouts.
If you want to trash Whatnot, the most important thing is that you never download it or try it. So then you can come at it from a place.
Have a strong opinion without ever having used it. That's important. That's but important. Also, seriously though, as a reseller, why wouldn't you automatically be curious about a new site to sell on?
Platform. I know.
I mean,
listen, it's not even selling; it's buying too.
Oh, it's great for sourcing. Honestly,
let's be honest, because Carrie and I have probably bought from each other to sell to what
Wait,
we
you
bought
did
from
that?
each
You
other.
did that?
Scamming me on
You did
there.
that, Tim? How did, no, I know.
I
I
bought-
bought from you to sell.
Everything
Exactly,
I bought from
because
Carrie is in like a display case with glass and flowers and pictures of him with his eyes ripped out.
it's great for sourcing. I mean, you just have to be and think about it. Like it's like
Think
it's like the
outside the
difference
bun.
between a train
Taco Bell.
station in DC and a train station in New York. The train station in DC closed down at like 10 o'clock at night. The train station in New York run 24 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's a difference between like Whatnot and eBay. There's so many different things. It's like if I'm selling clothes on Grailed, I don't have to necessarily worry about the same things I'm selling on Poshmark. But if I want to sell something cheap on Poshmark, I'm not going to be able to get the same money for that on.
But if you
Grailed.
have like a ton of vintage clothing or a rag house or whatever, you're throwing up like that low end, like cool stuff on Whatnot. A lot of them are. And then your
Absolutely.
nice stuff's going on Grailed. And then I don't know what goes on
Exactly.
Poshmark, you know, I don't know.
When
I
I
don't
go
get it.
out sourcing, this is how I source. Okay, I got my listing items, I got my antique booth items, I got my Whatnot items, and I got my live sale on YouTube items. So like I can it has opened up the door for me. Like I can walk into anywhere, any thrift store, any estate sale, any yard sale, any curbside free stuff, and I can find something to sell somewhere.
So
And that's
I'll tell you
makes
what.
reselling real.
When I
a great
started,
point.
and this is on a microcosm compared to you because I don't sell on 18 million platforms because I'm not nuts. But you know, when I started doing the antique booth, when I was out of garage sales, I'd opened up a whole new world. And so, you know, if I were to start Whatnot, I can imagine how you literally compartmentalize your sourcing. I saw
Yep.
Eric do it
All
where
day.
at the 127 sale. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? All he was doing
Little
is like,
totes
I'm
of
doing
action
Whatnot. I'm buying
figures.
for
Oh, that's
Whatnot.
Whatnot. Yeah, little totes of hats.
Oh.
That's Whatnot.
Yeah,
Like, just,
so true. And,
I
and
mean,
that you made it.
I run into it all the time. I'm like, now I used to never do this, but I see a hat and I'm like, okay, that's a knockoff vintage, right, Tim? It's not a real vintage hat, but it looks vintage, bootleg. I think they call it bootleg vintage, and it's like $1. And I'm like, in a normal scenario, you'd never buy that, but like on Whatnot, it's kind of cool looking. I probably could sell it for $5. I'll get it.
People like the experience. Young people like the experience. I like it. I bought from Carrie. I don't think I ever bought from you, Tim. I probably should get on there.
You should.
I bought
man.
from Cernock, Eric, Art of Resale. I bought
You
from
bid
the
$1
other day.
on one of my items once, I think.
Oh, shilling, yeah. Trying to make you, get $1 or $2 for
Dude, there's another
nobody
auction
was in there.
site that I know. Tim,
I
you're
have bid
bringing
on a
all
lot
the,
of Tim's stuff, just never won
Tim's-
any of it.
Tim's bringing all the like knowledge of the new sites. I found a site, and apparently you can win electronics for like pennies on the dollar.
Oh
No.
man,
People are
that's
winning Mac
don't
Pay
do
per
it,
bid,
man.
pay
For
per
like
bid.
$6, there, dude. Quibid. Has anyone not
Oh,
heard?
fine.
Quibid.
Yeah.
Are they
Listen,
still
listen.
in business? Are they still in
That
Seriously.
number,
Bro,
that
people
number
get
is the
deals
same
on
number
there.
that calls about your warranty. If you go-
Carrie used to do advertising for them, I think.
Yeah.
He used to do ads for
They
them.
did.
I got a real
We
We
question.
bid.
I got a real question though. Carrie,
Alright.
is it so? Is the bank commercial a real thing? You really did a voiceover for the bank
You did.
commercial in
I
Texas?
did.
or is it
Legit,
Texas?
like
Did you do
somewhere
it in
in.
Spanish?
It was a
No, I
credit
didn't do it in
consolidator.
Spanish, but yeah,
How'd
it's
you
a-
get that gig?
you know,
Viewer.
a viewer. Yeah, somebody who works for a media company just got a hold of me, and that's one thing I've heard from my TikTok videos is that I'm wrong and that I have a good voice. Those two things I hear consistently,
wrong.
that I'm wrong, that I'm
And a liar.
stealing, and that I have a good radio voice and not a face
And
for
you have
the
bad
camera.
hands, just disgusting hands.
That's true. Yeah, my nails.
I will
Hands
tell you,
imply
one
at
of my
least 900 pounds. That's
One of
what
my
I'm-
favorite things I've ever seen on TikTok though is Kevin's Bible TikTok. I mean, listen,
Oh,
I sat
yeah.
down with Ma Dukes and it was like movie night. We was going through the
Oh,
comment section
dude.
on that thing. We were having a blast.
If you want to have some
We should
fun,
have
go
got Ma
down.
Dukes on this thing. Ma Dukes is classic. That's why I watched some of Tim's
I
stuff
know.
just for her.
You guys got to go through, just
Ma
like
Dukes
scroll
and Krillin.
down about 1,000 videos to the one I did on the calculator. Oh my gosh. I was supposedly supposed to save that calculator for a student and hand deliver it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I never got so much vitriol.
That's
in
my
life
best
over a
TikTok.
calculator.
Harry. My best TikTok had I think it had the calculator in it, or maybe it was just the video games. But
People
it's
have
the same
strong
yard sale.
feelings
You
about
told
that.
me to do one on the calculators.
Yeah.
And
People are
these had
very,
like school stickers on them too. It's like you stole them.
Wait, was that where you got the whole basket of calculators?
Yeah.
At the video game? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I have
Yeah.
never seen at that Sabres too, because I know they watch my stuff. I've never seen a calculator like that on the floor. It's always in the case now. So whatever. I ruined it.
You ruined
You gotta
reselling
Resellers
for
are
everybody.
I did, for
You
at least
can-
my area.
Reselling. Yeah.
You
can't
can
even
catch
word.
them slipping up every once in a while, though.
yeah.
They'll drop a TI-83 in a grab bag.
So, let me tell you,
True.
Tim and I watch this. I don't go into antique booths often, except for mine when I go into antique booths, which I probably should get rid of because the time for the money is crazy.
Yeah.
But I go into those places, and in mine, I'm in there so often, I'll see the new stuff, and I'll check it out, and I'll make some money sometimes. But Tim went into one on the 127 sale. I'm like, dude, it's not 127, the 100-mile yard sale. I'm like, dude, I'm going to go to some garage sales. He's in the stinking antique mall. pulling out stuff he's
Kevin,
making bank on. I'm like,
you
dude,
know,
what in the
Tim, when he
world?
messaged me, he said the reason he wanted to come on the show was to kind of lay it down that he is a better picker than Crazy Lamp Lady, and that he actually can outpick her in all these antique malls. That's what he was telling me.
I didn't
Wow.
say that,
That's a
but I'm not
challenge,
going.
Crazy
I didn't
Lady
say that.
Jocelyn.
I didn't say that, but I'm not going to say that it's not true.
No, let
You know what
Jocelyn know. Let Jocelyn know to
I
come
mean,
over to
you
the
just
show.
said it.
And go to this timestamp, 49 minutes, Jocelyn. Tim is calling you out. He's not that far from
Shots
you.
fired. Shots
I
fired.
Get a
enjoy.
kickoff.
I listen. I watched her for a very long time, and I ran into what's her the boyfriend's name?
Andrew.
I ran into him a couple of times.
Dude's a
at
good
the flea
dude.
Market. But I, me, like, listen, when I be out there, I ain't gonna be one of these people like, hey, this and that. Like, I see
dude.
you. That lets me know, like, I gotta get to work. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here to be shaking hands and kissing
Yeah.
babies. I'm here to be making
giving
money.
away
You know what I'm
stickers
saying?
handing
in
out
your
stickers
backpack.
from your sweaty backpack. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
Reach
nah,
into my
nah.
bag, big guy.
I would
I'm on the go. But nah, she's really good at what she does.
What do you
But
want
what
me to
she
do?
does isn't what I do.
You're gonna be
You
the
know what I'm
mayor
saying?
someday.
What do you
wherever
mean by
you
that,
are.
Tim? What do you mean by what she does isn't what you do?
I mean, she got the plug. You know what I'm saying? She's
No.
not picking.
I don't know what that means, the plug.
She's got a hook.
You
I
don't
mean,
know
my
what
mind's
plug
going
is?
weird places.
She's
but
getting deals.
The plug, man. You don't know what the plug is?
hair plugs? She's got hair plugs? Tim right now is saying Jocelyn has hair plugs.
Oh, God.
Nah, like, she
Y'all
got the
don't mess
plug.
with Jocelyn. I'm telling you, Andrew. I'm telling you. All right.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. Is that I got nothing but love for them. You know that. Like, I'm the most nice guy in the world when it comes to, like, everybody else. I'm very humble. I'm very nice. I love everybody.
If
But,
you do say so
you know,
yourself, yes.
Sometimes, but sometimes, like, you gotta call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? And like, this just a big difference than, like, I don't have the same capital that she has. And
Do you mean like her thrift stores are better, or what do you mean?
No, he's
No.
saying that her viewers buy her stuff. Jerry.
Oh.
No,
You gotta read
that's
between
not
the
what I'm saying. What
lines.
I'm saying
Nope,
is
we
that
heard
she has more money than I do, right? So she can buy in bulk, and, like, she's got the hookup. That's what the plug is. She got the hookup, so
gotcha, okay.
she can go there and just
I don't know
she doesn't have to
Tim's
pick
slang.
through the stuff. They basically put it aside for her, and then she goes there and they just give her the boxes. She give her the money. You know what I'm
is that
saying?
true?
So it's different than what I gotta do. I gotta go out here in the
This is
streets.
straight fire, guys. Straight fire.
Seriously, man.
I
Power
gotta go out in
couple.
the streets, man. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a big difference.
No, but okay,
Like,
so
that's
there's
what-
something.
No,
to that.
well,
Okay,
wait,
time
wait,
out.
wait.
You're buying
All right.
hats off people's heads. You're just
Yeah.
doing it old
I
school, man.
went to like this hoarder house estate sale, and I bought a Halloween basket that has no real comp. It's like maybe sold for like $15 to $20 once, and it's like a cat, right? And I had a bunch of people reach out to me wanting to buy this, and I know if I list that thing on eBay, it's gonna sit there for like a year, maybe till next Halloween. If I'm lucky, it'll sell. But because there's eyes on it, there's a demand. So that, obviously we say in jest that Jocelyn sells to all her fans. She does sell to her fans, but not because of anything, bad. It's just because they see this glass thing and they're like,
No,
oh,
it's
that's sick,
because
I want
She
that.
put
She's
in the
great
work
at what
to
she
get
does,
to
and
that,
they know-
exactly.
exactly.
She
She
put in the
deserves
work
it.
to get to
Tim
that
is
point.
just jealous about it.
He's
He
jealous.
wishes
Well,
he
it
would
is.
not
Yes.
accept the plug. He would accept
Yeah.
the plug.
Yes, of
I've
course.
never heard of this.
If the plug came to me, I'd be like, let's go. I'm
Is
only
the
going to
plug
be
a
able to
person?
get
I'm
half
so
of what
confused.
I'm only able to get half of what she gets. But I mean, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Half?
Listen,
Yeah, I
the
think
plug.
you get a little
Call
less.
into next week's show, and let's get you hooked up with.
Here's
Tim
the
to steal
thing. This is
plug.
what Tim can offer. He wants the same amount of good stuff, but he will offer you 1/10 the price.
1/10 of
It's
what-
it works out perfectly for Tim. So we got to think. I would
Nah,
not.
but like that's what I'm saying is that like everybody, and this kind of comes full circle, right? Because back to the question that Kevin initially asked when we was
I don't
really
even
talking
remember what it
reselling,
is.
right? Just the original question about like the the reselling full time, right? Everybody's gonna be different. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's like,
It was
listen, I'm
it was-
never gonna hate on people who sell to their viewers, because when I initially started my YouTube channel, umpteenth years ago, which took me umpteenth years to get anywhere off of the ground, was to draw people to my Etsy store. I didn't even know there was a reselling community. I didn't even know I was a reseller. I just thought I was out here, hustling. And apparently there was a thing called
Hustling
reselling.
hugs.
So it was
Tim,
like,
do you remember? It was way back. I sent you a
Pots and
message.
pans.
You probably don't even remember it. I watched you and Josie and
Pots.
Ma Dukes on a video. It was like, I mean, I had
Pots.
maybe 1,000 subs, and I sent you a message. I'm like, this dude is just absolute gold. And what are you doing, Jay? Jeez. You probably do you remember me sending you that?
I
don't know if you
think it
remember
was
that.
it was like the 15 question thing where Josie, Ma Dukes, and I were sitting in the living room answering the 15 questions
Maybe.
about us or something like that.
Maybe. I think it was before that I sent you a message. I'm like, dude, this stuff is good. I think I told you should have a TV show.
Yeah,
should have a
I think
TV
I do
show.
remember that now. I mean, this is
The
the thing too,
Bachelor.
is that like that's
Well, I just
like,
looked at you and I'm like, this guy sells glass to old women? What the heck? What's going on
people-
here? And he
It's
knows what
riveting.
he's
people
talking
don't
about.
realize it. Like I literally like when it comes to
And
the,
you
that's
learned it
the other
all
thing,
from
too.
her.
Is it well? I learned some of it from her. I
Well,
learned the
initially,
basics.
I mean, not all of it,
initially when I knew
obviously.
nothing. I mean, the whole reason why I got into this was I was helping my Dukes clean out her basement, and she's like, "What am I gonna do with all this stuff?" I was like, "I don't know." And then I started looking and researching, and I was like, "Damn, people buying this stuff on this website called
Etsy.
Etsy." And so I started on Etsy, and now I've had over almost 3,100 sales on Etsy by itself. You
So
know what I'm
we
saying?
go
Tim, what do
picking.
you think?
Go
What do you
ahead.
think I could get for this? This is
Dave can't go. In case you didn't
wait,
notice,
wait,
Tim.
wait, before I forget, Dave, you never commented on my comment about the crazy, man.
Oh yeah. So I wanted to Carrie. I wanted to talk about it on the show because not only Tim, but a bunch of people told me that your big TikTok is a lie and you're wrong. Because I just copied Carrie, Tim.
Yep.
Carrie's biggest
100%.
TikTok is about crazing and
Yeah.
how you should avoid it. I didn't even know
12
what it was
million
until I watched
people.
this TikTok. So I copied it and I got a couple 100,000 views. But everyone's just telling me I'm wrong.
Seriously.
And
Go do a
Tim, the
TikTok on it,
Glass
guys.
Pro, is telling me, Carrie, that crazing's actually not a big deal. Why
Here's the
are you
thing.
such a liar, Carrie?
I don't know. I mean, I don't buy stuff.
Just ask Tim.
Opinions
Tim,
on
what's
things
the...
you know nothing about.
I don't buy, like, I mean, if it was a real vintage
That's
piece,
Crazy Lamp Lady.
if it was a real vintage piece and had crazing, it'd be.
No, good. This was
Uh-oh.
perfect timing
Good.
for him to fall off the connection. Actually, Tim, I found a Sheffield glass jar. Is that worth anything? I bought it.
Sheffield,
Sheffield,
like,
England. It said on it.
yeah. Anything.
Yeah.
Listen,
I paid
it's-
$5 for it. It's like a big
if
jar.
it's made
like
in
beige.
made in England, 9 out of 10 times it's gonna have value.
Tim got me
This
buying
is-
Wedgwood, for goodness sake.
I had.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there was a minute where I was selling like 6.
I don't know what
pieces
happened,
of
sorry.
Redwood.
Carrie's back. Carrie fell off the stream and now
No,
he's back.
like, yeah, just kick me out and I came right
his
back
internet
in.
couldn't handle him talking. It was like, whoa, that's a lot of data.
Whoa, dude.
The
What were you
tinfoil
saying, Harry?
fell off
Megabyte
the
to work with,
antenna in the
guys.
basement.
Exactly, man. And we
What
got
were you
we got
actually
channel
saying?
3 on right now, so we can't have everything going right now, guys. We got Sesame Street on, guys.
Okay.
Hey, I don't
But
know what
yeah.
we're talking about. Go ahead.
But if crazing's on like an old piece, it would be one thing. But I was talking about like Mary Inglebright, which is not a very high end piece. So I was like, stay away, basically.
Yeah. That may, and that's why I said it in the comment with Dave. It's like I understand on certain pieces. Another thing is too is like it's funny because when they make these repop pieces, they make these repop pieces with like a really bad fake crazing job to make it look like it's old.
Dude, I
Yeah.
saw that on a Scentsy warmer, and it had crazing. I'm like, this is like a brand new Scentsy warmer, and they like intentionally put crazing on it.
Yeah, so it's crazy. I mean, listen, the world of glass. That's one reason why. There's 2 reasons why people don't want to deal with glass. One, because they don't want to put in the work.
yeah,
Because
hard to
it's
ship.
not, and it's hard to ship. They scared to ship, and I listen. I tell, and that's what I kind of like got my bump from like a nobody know who I am to like
Yep.
this guy. Seen this guy with a beard. He's kind of crazy. He's not Froggy Flips, but he might be a little famous on YouTube.
Could be his cousin.
And
Speaking
so,
of, it's going to be hard to ever slip in Yardaroo into this as a
Yeah.
sponsor. Y'all go over to Instagram and follow them. Check out their app because Tim talks about as much as these two
It's a lot
and
of
it's
talking
never
back
going to
and
happen.
forth. Yeah,
So,
he's
Yarder,
basically-
go at least send him a message. Say, hey,
Send
Kevin
them a
tried,
message, sign up, give it a try.
and
Yardaroo, how
at
many
least
followers
it
are
is.
they at? They were at
They've
like
gained
400.
quite a bit, and some
Yeah, they
people
were at like
left a
412,
message.
and now
They're
they're
at
470.
473. So
Okay,
There you
well,
go,
make them
guys.
500 at
Let's
least.
get them to 500, guys.
All right.
And
there you
wait,
go.
did Dave tell y'all that I didn't make up the 420 thing? Did he really?
Yeah.
I really did. I really did think it was April 20th. I'm sorry. But no, yeah. So Yardaroo, if we don't get them to 600 followers by next week's podcast, we're not recording one. So you better get on there, guys.
Exactly.
We're done with the show. We're canceling it.
They'll definitely
You guys,
not go over
we're gonna
there.
cancel
Instagram
this
accounts.
podcast, guys. If
Cancel it.
we don't
Cancel
Tim, how
this
many Instagram
Kevin,
accounts
Kevin,
to
hold
sit?
on.
You do
Kevin,
have a lot of Instagram accounts. I'm going to
Kevin,
ask about that. I forgot.
Cancel
Go ahead, Dave.
this podcast. Okay, just
I'm
cancel
gonna
it.
cancel. I'm gonna cancel this podcast. I'm gonna cancel this podcast. Oh, good night,
Dude, what about?
almighty.
Okay, I want to talk about bubble wrap because for some reason Tim hates.
Yeah.
Bubble wrap. What's that all about? Why do you hate
Okay,
bubble wrap?
What are you
Listen, I
doing?
didn't
Don't
think-
do this. We got Bubble Boys.
No. We're gonna convince
Yeah.
him to be a bubble boy.
No, we're
customer.
not. Don't
we're gonna
do
get-
Let me
this.
try. Let me try.
I'm gonna be very politically correct here.
Okay.
I use American Bubble Boy from a small bubble wrap.
Oh my God.
There we go. Let's leave it at that.
Okay,
Good
all
job,
right.
guys.
No,
I'm not
that's
go-
good.
I'm
But
not
cut
go-
it right here,
Tim.
Dave. Edit the next part out and
Yeah.
then
What
restart
if
in
you
about
were
a minute.
trying to package up a large dinosaur, which is real? You would need
Glass
larger
dinosaur.
bubbles.
All right, so there's three things about that. I would never use that bubble wrap for
A dinosaur.
my glass items because I use industrial strength bubble wrap.
Ah.
Yeah,
use
he's
them.
the best packager in all.
Yeah,
of,
I used it. Nobody can
besides
pack.
acrylic.
I,
Use
nobody
the
can pack
tux
like
of bubble
I can.
wrap.
No, he
Yeah.
can't be the best packager if he's not using American Bubble Boy.
Well, I use it for small bubble. They get a layer in there. They get
But
a layer in there.
I don't know how you do it. How do you spend? How long does it take you? Because when you're not doing whatnot, if you're doing your glass sales, you're doing all your invoicing.
lot of work.
And
And you
that's-
hand deliver it all, correct?
Listen, this is how, I'll tell you that I run my
He's in a
glass
city.
auction on Monday night from 8 o'clock to 9:30, and then from about 9:45 till about 12:45, I pack about 25 to 30 pieces of glass, and then after that, I spend about 20, 30 minutes sending invoices, and then I go to sleep and wake up, and I jump on OBX flips at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then we do that show until I usually pop off around 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock,
Then
yeah.
I go to the card shop, and then I go to my house, my fiance's parents' house, because we haven't moved into our house yet, and then I do a card auction that night.
You hear
And
that,
then I wake
Carrie?
up that
You
morning.
hear all that?
Dude, he actually
And then
works
I
for
pack
him.
the next day.
Dude,
When do you force
You
your
guys
fiance
know
to do
how
stuff
much I
for you,
work
Tim?
first off,
Like, at
so
what
stop.
time do you force your fiance to do your work? That's what
No,
I'm-
never. Josie will not. Listen, Josie will help me. She goes to the. So we
Don's
got a
shipping
spot.
right now, I think, honestly. We put cards down.
Yeah.
I'm not even
Listen,
joking.
and that's the other thing too is like I don't just trust anybody to ship my stuff. Like if I'm in a jam, you know what I'm saying, and I need a hand, Josie will help. Like most of the time, if I need somebody to help, it's just like like line working. Like I need a box, I need a piece of bubble wrap, I need a box, I need a piece of bubble wrap, I need a tape. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like I got it down to a science. Like there's a video of one of my customers throwing a box of glass that she bought from me out of a 3rd-story window, and then going down and opening it up on the ground and showing you that it's good to go. You know what I'm saying?
I did
I know
one of
what you're
those
saying,
videos.
bro. I know what you're
I
saying.
copied Lonnie's when he chucked it down the
Hey.
hallway.
I remember that. You did that to Lonnie.
Oh, listen, and the dinosaur thing, really fast.
I got him on
Yeah.
dinosaurs.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, so
Hey, wait, no, Tim, actually, before you get into the dinosaur thing, before they may or may not lose respect for you, he mentioned something important. OBX Flips live stream on Tuesday, guys, does not have nearly enough people in it. That could be like a haven for resellers when they're packing and stuff, because it's just a bunch of
Only
resellers
if you like to watch
chilling.
whatnot resellers, the
No,
sellouts.
they're not only
you
they're
know.
listing on eBay. So they're not like doing eBay algorithm
Whatnot-
crap.
Whatnot
it's
resellers are
entertaining.
like eBay resellers, except we sell a lot more stuff on Whatnot than eBay.
So this is the thing with that stream. Like, it's literally just some resellers sitting there and chatting and shooting the breeze. But it's way better if there's people in there talking to them in the chat. So go
Yeah, and we
subscribe
actually
to OBX
work.
Flips, and they
you
actually
actually
work.
get a lot
Yeah.
of work
And
done,
it's a
yeah.
cool haven. People are always saying, "Hey, I wish you did 10 podcasts so I had more to listen to while packing." Well, on Tuesdays you can just go watch OBX Flips.
Isn't that when we
Right.
drop our podcast, though?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's right when we drop
Yeah,
the
literally
podcast.
the
Dave.
exact time we drop it.
I'm
No wonder
with
there's
it.
nobody
I'm
watching.
selfless. I'm selfless to the
Just
extreme.
watch our podcast after.
You can watch our podcast whenever. It's going to be there. But
can
Tim,
listen to it,
and
guys,
also, dude, they
as
stream
well.
for 8 hours. No one can sit there for the whole 8 hours. So just take a 1 hour break from them when our show comes out. and
1
come back.
hour? It's already an hour and 4 minutes.
That's true. And we actually, guys, we talked for 20 minutes before it started too. So you're missing
was
out on the
aggressive.
real juicy stuff.
It was aggressive.
Really juicy. Yeah.
We
Orange
planned
juice.
out the whole podcast like always with segments. And,
Tim, I can't wait for you guys to come to 100. You are coming, right? I booked the
100%, man.
See,
Listen,
I
you know
owe
how much
Tim.
money
Y'all
I
don't know
made
this.
off of that last time, and we didn't
Yeah.
even get there for the first day.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be near real pickers. You
He
guys
was
see how
good.
bad I
It's
am
good
at this.
stuff. We went out picking, and we all picked
I can't-
totally different stuff.
Can't wait to pick with you,
Leave
Dave.
empty-handed.
Like, listen, man, I live for stuff like that because, you know what I'm saying? You just throw me out in the wild, and it's just like,
This time we're going to take one day. We're going to go to some of these antique shops around here because the prices compared to when I go to other places, they're way cheaper around here.
I mean,
This
I
is the
love it when you get
127
down
you
into the, because yard sales around here ain't like yard sales, you know what I'm saying, in other places because I'm so close to the city. So it gets really difficult. You know, like I need to get to the nitty gritty, like dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to walk up to the. Look, Kevin would tell you we walked up to this one yard sale, man. I don't know what was going on back in the back
I
of the
do.
shed, man. But like you know
Meth
what I'm
is
saying?
going on in the back of the shed.
But, like,
there hasn't
that's
been a
where you
meth
find-
explosion.
That's where you
It's not
find the
worth
good
doing.
stuff, man. Like
we
you know
did
what I'm
good
saying?
there. That was an
I-
absolute junky, nasty. Most
You
people would have
have
drove
to
away. We did all right.
use Vintage glass to cook up meth. It just adds flavor.
It gives you that good taste.
Hashtag facts. Hashtag facts.
I tell you, the best thing I got though was at
Demonetized.
that stretch.
Tim, is
was
that a
the one
Murano
that-
crack pipe you got there?
Ask Jocelyn. She probably
Oh,
told
man.
Murano crack pipe. All right,
There we
Tim, I'm
go.
gonna hear this
Cut-
story.
we got him to say it. We got him to say it. Cut that. There we go. We got to highlight it.
I'll tell you though, man. The best thing I got during that was the Duke pennant, man. That thing.
Oh
sold for
yeah,
like
you got that
300
before I got there. That was
Yeah, that thing
killer.
sold for like $300, man.
Sure, not got
I
a couple of T-shirts too.
Yeah,
You think
I
the
walked up
Angels
to the
love
table
on
and I
the
saw it. I said, "Man, this good right here."
Yeah,
And then
$300
I was
bucks.
like,
What'd
What
you
was
sell
it?
it on? Etsy or
I
eBay?
sold it on eBay.
So
Okay.
what kind of pennant was it, man?
It was so Chicago Pennant Company. It was 1950s, I think.
So like felt and
1950s.
everything,
Oh yeah, like the real deal with the old school. It was the three
the
Blue
tassels and
Devils.
stuff.
No, it was a
It was
square.
older than that.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
You found it in Kevin's childhood bedroom.
Blue Devils.
1950.
So yeah, I saw it at the table. I picked it up. I said, "Man, this looks good." Cause listen, I ain't out here with my phone comping. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I got the gut, I got the eyes, I got
Me
the
too.
touch.
Me too.
I tell people this all the time, and they laugh at me. I said, reselling is about your five senses. Okay,
And he
wanna be
does.
a
He's,
good-
he's feeling stuff like, what
you
you
want to
doing,
be a
dude?
good reseller, you got to know how to use your senses. You can smell, feel,
Yeah.
see.
Taste.
Once in a while, you might look something.
Take a bite out of that
Have a little
glass.
lick of that
Exactly.
glass.
Like all of that stuff.
That's
But,
that's
like,
100%
it's a nice
uranium.
bowl.
That has radioactivity in it.
How much
Listen,
is
it's
this
everything
cup?
too. Like these people don't know, man. I've
licking
sold
stuff, guys. I'm
over.
licking
I've
stuff.
sold over, easily over 500 pieces of just uranium glass. Okay, that and Pyrex. Most people don't know. What gave me my bump in my Etsy traffic was I was featured in Bon Appetit magazine as one of the
fancy.
For
best
eating the
places-
uranium.
Ooh.
No,
Thank
but
you.
one of the best places to buy Pyrex from on Etsy.
It's tip of the years.
And they didn't even tell me. Okay? So like literally a week goes by and I'm like, what is going on? I'm selling like 15 Pyrex bowls a day to the
Wow.
point where it's like I had to just like stop doing everything.
You have to
I
go
was doing.
sourcing for
If
pirates.
you turn
go
off the
just-
lights, do you like have a
just
faint
go
glow? A
sourcing
faint glow to
Pyrex.
you?
just go sourcing Pyrex for like 2 weeks straight. And then like maybe like 6 or 7 months later, I'm in the Sprint store and I'm like waiting to do a little, Sprint switcheroo. And I'm like Googling, I'm just like trying to kill time. So I'm Googling over the years. Just, everybody Googles their name every once in a while. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So I
not me.
Google over the years and I see this article pop up. I'm like, what is this? I ain't seen this before. I start reading it and I'm like, this Bon Appetit magazine. You know what I'm saying? I used to work in the food industry. So amongst other things, you know what I'm saying? I used to work in the hair industry, the food industry. So all those sort of things, I worked for the government. All those things prepared me for reselling. You know what I'm saying? But like, anyways, I digress. But yeah, that was crazy. I didn't even know, and I was in Bon Appetit magazine, and that's what kind of like what got my
That's
Etsy
nuts.
store booming,
That's
man.
nuts.
You should
But
just
I will
have like
tell
in
you-
your videos, just in a little corner, just Bon Appetit.
You
Just
know,
I
I
throw it
think,
in there
I
every
think,
once in a
Tim,
while.
maybe this is my problem since I've
It's a good
come to
merch
Florida.
idea.
Since I've come to Florida, I don't have the confidence I normally have, so I've been comping a lot. And in North Carolina, I never comped, and maybe the comping is like kind of killing me when I'm out there.
Yeah.
And I need to just leave the phone in the car again. Like
just
Well, don't
offer
leave the
offer
phone
a
in the
dime like
car.
Kevin does, and you don't have to worry if it's good or not.
Because sometimes you gotta do it because there's some things that I don't know, right? And like, but like if I feel it,
Or you can
like I
learn.
said,
I think
exactly,
comping
you just
sometimes
buy
helps you
it.
learn something different.
The
That's
truth,
why
Well,
you-
yeah, if
but-
it's cheap enough, just buy it.
Yeah, if it's
the
cheap
truth
enough, just
is,
buy it.
the truth is, if you've done this enough, if you've gone out in the field, thrifting, garage sales, flea markets enough, you start to have that gut, you start to have that instinct, and it doesn't even just mean like, oh, I've seen this item before, I'm going to buy it again. It's like, no, I've seen an item that is. Sometimes you don't even understand why it's similar, but it has that same feel, that same vibe. I'm like, oh, that's actually mid-century modern. That's an alarm clock instead of a piece like a ashtray or whatever. But you get that same vibe, and you're like, that's $1. That's got to be worth, more than $1, and that's how you learn. You have to
So
you have to
this
get
is
out
my
there and work.
question. This is my question for y'all. Do y'all have like a double up, like sort of like what's your limit? Like for me, like it's like 20 times. Like if it's not 20 times my money, then I ain't really gonna buy it, sort of situation. Do y'all do that at all?
I wish I had the
Yeah, I
discipline
need to
do
make
it.
like at least 50 cents. If I don't make 50 cents, I'm
Dude,
I'm out.
I sell what I like. I love if I like it. I've sold stuff at break even before just because I thought it was cool. Honestly,
I don't
I'm
know if
not
I
mad
go
at
that
you for
far.
I don't do that often, but I have in the past.
Look,
for real.
I sell a lot of low dollar stuff. I mean, if you watch my show, obviously I do. There's multiple reasons why I do it,
Well, you're a
but
fake reseller. Among
Well,
other
yeah.
things. Yeah.
but I mean,
when
I
you
do it all
can't
the
steal
time.
it, you have to pay for it.
But
You know
I
what
do
you're
low
doing.
dollar stuff. But it's all I don't think about it money wise. I think about how much money per the time I'm going to put in. I don't mind making $3 on an item if all I'm going to put in is 4 minutes. I don't mind doing it. But if I'm not buying something I got to clean and test that I'm making $8 on. I'm not doing
and
that.
See, listen, that's the thing, man. These electronic people out here, man. This electronic
Eric.
game, it ain't for the weak, man.
I don't mind
Because
electronics, but I got to make a.
I
mean,
know, but the people that buying the electronics, they savages out there on the eBay.
It's the it's
They
the
are.
worst.
Even
I
if
mean-
it works, I sell it for parts only.
As parts, but even if you put it as parts, they'll freaking do a return because it doesn't work. It's like, but I said it didn't work, and you still want to return it. And so that's actually a good point, Kevin. Like I stopped sourcing VCRs, even though you can get them
Not
for
me.
$5
I'm gonna do
and
it.
sell them
I
for
love 'em.
$50.
I love
Even
VCRs.
though you
I
can
love selling
do
them.
that.
I have like
Even though you
7
can
of
do
them
that,
if you
to
want
me,
them.
it's not worth
Bring 'em.
the work and the space. We don't all have like a massive shed like you, Kevin. Like we have small little homes that we have to
Exactly.
fit this stuff into.
Not getting people to buy
with
sheds for
Mom
us.
Dukes, Ma Dukes.
I still haven't sold my Jingle All the Way sealed VHS, which is
Yeah,
All right,
Kevin.
here's a question.
No,
I
take
have
that
to
out on
ask you,
Kevin.
Tim. This is a
Yeah.
good question. When you specialize something, Tim, you're one of the, when I think I got something glass, I've only hit you up once, maybe twice, because I hate doing that to people.
but I
You've
love
got
it
to
when
have
people hit me up.
Really? I mean, there's
I
got to be
absolutely
Everyone
love
hit
make
up
me
Tim.
look
Where do you
bad.
want us to hit you
Because
up? Insta?
I get 5
Yeah.
questions a day about a non-sealed VHS that's worth nothing, and I get questions all day,
See,
every
like
day about it.
that's different though, because
It's
like
like,
that's just
oh my
somebody being
God.
lazy. You know what I'm saying? But like when people come to me like with glass, like for me, I feel like this is my opportunity to give back. You know what I'm saying?
And,
Like
yeah.
I'm not
I
just
got
gonna
you.
give you. I don't want to just tell you the price and what it's worth. I want to explain to you why this piece is good or why this piece is not good.
So how
that
much
in
you
the
charge
future-
for that? How much you
Nothing,
charge
man.
for that?
Listen, I told you, man. Hey,
Just
hey,
kidding.
my
I know you
Patreon
don't.
is free here at Over the Years. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
No membership, no Patreon. We giving back to the people. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Yeah.
it helps people because like if you just there's certain people that like, and I think this is something that is that sucks in the reselling world and the reselling community is just like these people they gotta sometimes like you gotta take what you hear and learn, but you have to understand it. You can't just take what somebody tells you
And
in a
just keep
Facebook
taking.
group, on a YouTube channel, and just run with it, because then you're
It-
going to end up with a garage
exactly
full of
right.
Wheeze and Tommy Bahama shirts. You know what I'm saying? So
I get it with VHS because I mean I've multiple times I've explained like there's just a huge difference between these two VHS that look identical. I said there is a huge difference, and I've gone through the process and talked about it, and I still have people, oh, I just bought this case full of sealed VHS for $50, and I'm like, you just lost $50.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no, I've been buying them every week.
and I feel bad. Yeah,
$5 a VHS is the most.
I can't help that you hear one thing and you don't, you got to listen to the whole thing.
this is
Whatever.
this is my thing, is that like literally you have this,
What's
okay?
that there? What you holding there, buddy?
You got
It's an
Google
iPhone.
Lens too.
It's
That's
a
it.
cellular phone, guys.
Oh, it's a
cellular
space box.
Oh yeah,
space
sorry.
box.
There's people that listen to us.
Yes.
You got these phones, right? This device.
Flip phones.
If
It's
you
a flip phone,
can't-
folks.
This is all you need.
He's holding
to
up
be
a
a successful
man,
reseller.
a banana hammock, a yellow banana hammock.
You need a cellular device. You need your 5 senses. Okay.
Banana hammock.
You need
And then you need
you need to be curious, guys. You need to
Yeah.
you need
A
to
curious picker.
understand. Yeah, exactly. You need
That's
to
okay.
understand that every niche has nuance, and within VHS, as Kevin can attest to this, there's probably 1,000 different ways you can go down and make money on VHS, in lots, in sealed, in grading, in knowing the variations of the back cover of that one and the back cover of that one, first prints, second prints. I don't know. And just like I love sports cards, you love sports card, Tim. Like the more you know about cards, the more money you can make. But you have to be passionate and curious.
And I don't
If
even
you're
want
not-
to deal with it. And I used to collect. And it's like, if I get this great deal on cards, you know what I'm going to do? I'm shipping it to somebody because they can do it and they love it. And I don't
Yeah,
like
you have to like it. You have to be curious and interested, I think, too.
And I think for me, that's why I like old stuff. Because like for me, like I'm curious about it, because they just don't make it. They don't make things like they used to. And people always say, "Oh, is there really money in glass?" Or are people really buying antiques and vintage items? I'm like, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like when I find something from the 1800s, bro, and like you realize that is 2022. Like I was at my honey hole, and it was every quarter they have these quarterly sales. Oh snap! When is the quarter coupon end for eBay?
no, we got
Sherry's
another
my
end of the
honey
month.
Yeah.
End of the month.
Okay. Anyway,
think.
so my honey hole
Wait a
has
minute.
these quarter.
There you go, guys. Get ready for Q4, guys. Get your boxes.
My
Yeah,
honey
end of the
hole
month,
has
yeah.
a
My
quarterly
birthday.
sale where everything is either $1 or $2 on Saturday, and
Yeah,
then
you told me
everything
about
else on Sunday is fill a box, right?
You mean your plug?
My plug. This is
You
my
got a
plug.
plug? You need a plug?
It ain't like the plug. It ain't like that plug that she got. You know
Oh,
what I'm
your
saying?
honey hole. Okay.
But it's my honey
Okay,
hole.
it's honey
and
hole
I
plugs.
put,
Can we
I
talk
put
about
in
something
work.
else?
I put in work for that.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I found an 1800s Balik platter.
Child.
This
I
is
threw
his
it in-
bolo. Y'all got to come
I
up
threw
with
it
one.
in my box. I threw it in my box, right? For fill a box for $10. And so basically I was at like 10, 15 cents for it. And I tell people this all the time, like back stamps tell you everything. Like just learn your back stamps. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to research a back stamp.
What is
It'll
a back
tell
stamp?
you
Like a
everything.
tramp stamp? Like a
It's like a
tattoo?
tramp stamp, but for porcelain.
for glass, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so like mine's M&M World.
Yeah,
on my
that's a
cup here.
bad back stamp.
That's a
'cause it
bad-
probably
Yeah,
says China on
That's
the
stay
bottom.
away. That's one you want to stay away from.
Okay,
But you
yeah,
know
it says
what?
made in
Something like
China.
that probably sells for money. Like that's where sometimes I gotta get myself out of that mindset, because like there are things that sell for good money that were made in China. But like anyways, I found that Balik platter and I came home. I knew that back stamp was an early back stamp. It turned out to be one of the first back stamps of Balik pottery ever made.
Whoa.
And I sold the platter for $350 on Macari.
Wow.
And out of like
stuff.
all the different, and I mean, and it sold within a week.
Serial
And
Mercari
then
sellout.
I'll tell you the other thing too. Just I'm trying to give as much.
And he
tips
didn't
as
even
possible.
get a paycheck.
The other thing is too is don't be scared of chips and cracks if the item is old enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
You showed
So,
me
like-
a couple things like that when you were picking at that antique mall. I'm like, dude, that thing's
Exactly.
broke. He's like, I don't care.
Carry
There-
on and put
there's
chips on
value,
scratch.
but honestly, there's value in patina and vibe, especially when it comes to certain items. I know that with doing
sure.
a ton of decor ourselves in our local area. People like that
brass, copper,
rusty
stuff like that. Yeah, well, yeah, that industrial vibe, looking
Oh,
at
yeah, man.
steampunk sort of love. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
Military
like-
industrial complex. Wait, what?
If you get like a meat
everybody-
hook and it's still got like half a lamb on it from like 700 years ago, that's gonna sell.
Tim,
All
are
that
you
sort of
gonna?
stuff.
I know you pick other categories too, but I mean, obviously you're not doing electronics apparently. But I mean,
No,
do you
I still
feel
sell
like
electronics. I got a Panasonic little. I just sold a receiver. I mean, listen, there's nothing that Tim don't sell. I sell everything. I sold plush. The Pokemon plush. Found that joint for like $2.99. Sold it for $100 on Etsy.
I feel like I don't have an expert. I just jack of all trades, just because of where I'm at. I just don't. There's not one particular like. If I was down in
Master
Raleigh,
of
Dave,
none.
I think I could make a living just doing golf clubs and nothing else.
Even with
And-
the
Listen,
this
increased
other
shipping
thing,
rates
too.
on golf clubs.
You can't like just do one thing. You're
Well,
never
I did
gonna
those.
be-
Did you see the butter prints I picked up? The pirate. I mean, I sold those. They're like $500. I
You
bought 'em for
remember
$1.
that's how I found you.
That's
That's how I
right, I
found
remember
Kevin when
that.
I saw
Yeah.
the Pyrex.
And you knew that when I bought it, I didn't know what it was, but I knew.
I was
needed
like,
to buy it.
oh my god.
I paid $1 for it. I'm like, I never
he's
sold
looking
this
at the
before.
Tupperware.
Was it
Yeah,
the
I'm looking at the
Pyrex is right
Tupperware.
next to it.
Was it like
But I
was it
bought
the
it.
was it the
bought it.
turquoise Amish butter print?
No,
Was
it
that-
was the orange.
Yeah.
It was the orange.
Oh, I've never
butter
seen
print.
orange, man.
Oh,
Holy
dude,
crap.
those are like they're super hard to find. Very,
I
very
didn't
valuable.
know what I had even when I edited the video. It was later that I
I
figured
messaged
out.
him. I was like,
I
dude,
swear,
those are like,
that's a
those are
direct
like
quote
$300,
from Dave. I've heard
$500.
before.
Dude, that's
I've heard
actually
that
the
so many
worst,
times.
Kev. Did you at least figure it out before it went live?
Nope, I didn't. I
Oh,
didn't.
that's
Matter of fact,
terrible.
it might have even been Tim. I know I had a few people. I knew I didn't look it up. Sometimes you make the videos before you
yeah.
list them. Sometimes
Yeah.
you do it after. But I knew when it was $1, I'm like, those? I've never seen those. And I've bought some Pyrex before and flipped it, but they're never for big bucks, right? So I'm just like, yeah, I'll make like 30,
Well,
40
but that's where the gut and the instinct comes in. You knew that had some value, and at $1, it was a
Yeah.
no-brainer. You didn't realize it was as valuable as it
idea.
was, but
Well, I
mean,
mean, if
that's
we're
part
gonna do
of
a
doing
bolo
this.
of the week, Tim, can you describe what butterprint means?
So butterprint is actually the pattern in which Pyrex made that is commonly referred to and pretty much the
What's the
wrong
pattern
name,
look
but
like?
it is Amish.
Amish.
It's got
yeah.
the little. It looked like Pennsylvania Dutch.
Mhm.
Okay.
yeah,
But
It's
that
got,
different
like
people
a
colors.
little
woman in
people
a
on it.
dress and like
Yeah,
stuff,
and then the
yeah.
rooster. And so they do have them in different colors. That's the thing too, man. Listen, man, there's some Pyrex bowls out there that be worth $9-10 grand. But if you don't know,
Whoa.
you don't know. Like that's
See,
the
now,
thing. Like
I've always thought it was the blues and pinks. Is there more? Is the
blues,
orange?
no, blues and pinks are definitely like the most popular. Blue, like because it falls in line with that sort of decor, mid-century modern. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
atomic
So
vibe,
the
yeah.
gooseberry is the pink ones, but the gooseberry is also made in black and white as well.
Yeah.
That's the butterprint right
Right
there.
there, that blue is like that's
Yeah.
what you're talking about, Carrie. That
Turquoise.
blue
Yeah.
And turquoise is another hot color. Turquoise.
Yeah, turquoise, blues, pinks.
Yeah,
It's the same in
and then,
decor though, which has been trending for 5 years now, probably these
For
colors.
sure. And then the older ones too, and then like the promotional patterns. There's certain patterns that are made in only made in certain sizes and shapes. But see, like Pyrex, the reason why Pyrex is such a good seller is because it's a collectible item. And when I say it's a collectible item, like somebody you can set out to complete a set.
Yeah.
And
they
I
wanna
think
own
that's
them all.
what people when you're reselling,
It's
you
like-
gotta think about things like
it's
that,
like
like sports cards.
Pokemon,
You know,
basically.
Yeah, like everything. You want to complete a set. So it's
I
like,
ask
to
myself all
me-
the time, I'm like, is there one person, if there's none listed, is there one person out there that wants this thing? And if there is, I'm like, I'm buying it. I don't care.
Are
I
you-
I'm
gotta
buying
one
do
of
it.
too.
those
Some
that was
people
a
get
surprise
scared of
for
that. They'd be
me.
like, "Oh, there's
I had-
none listed, none
I
sold.
love
I'm
it.
not gonna buy it." Like,
I bought
dude,
something
you're the
this
only
weekend.
one.
No comps, no nothing on WorkPoint, nothing. And I'm like, I'm buying it. I don't care.
I had
mean,
a
it was
puzzle-
$5.
A puzzle that I got at Goodwill, and it was $2.98, and it was
What
just.
did you write on your hand?
My daughter colored on me. But yeah, so I had a puzzle, and it was the state of Connecticut, and it just, it looked like it fit with a bunch of other state puzzles, and so I grabbed it on a hunch, and they sold the thing for $60 the same day I listed it, because someone was actually building out the whole entire U.S. on their table with a giant puzzle of all the different states. So
That's
yeah,
pretty
it's
rad.
It's pretty.
That actually
It was
sounds-
pretty.
that's
cool.
kind of a brilliant idea, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah,
Shout out to that
That's
puzzle
gotta be a
company.
big table, though, man.
Dude,
Exactly.
people go crazy. They'll take
Yeah,
like,
you
a
need
bunch
one of
of
those
sawhorses
lifetime
and
tables.
a bunch of plywood, and they'll make a custom table
I
for
mean,
that
that's
sort
like
of
a
project.
table where like you see where like the one person sits on the other end and the other person sits on the other end and they can't even hear each other because they sitting so far apart from each
That's
other.
how
That's
Carrie
that
and
rich
Dawn
people
sit in the
table.
chateau.
You got the rich people table.
Chateau Day trailer.
Chateau Day trailer.
Tim, I want to say something because I just saw Ethereum come across almost at 3,000. So I owe Tim quite a bit. I don't want to talk about all of it, but Tim, you have a standing invitation here, even though you're a whatnot sellout, to come down every 100-mile yard sale, and I'll take care of you every
I
time. Not
appreciate
Eric,
you.
Shernock, I'll give him a hat or something, but I'll take care of you.
I was smart enough to get into the the cryptocurrency in January, so I've done awesome. I've lost a bit.
I bought
worry, you'll be-
Bitcoin and
you'll be
stuff
all
back
right.
in.
I'm not worried about it.
2014.
Listen, I had we joke about it, and I try to get these guys. I think Carrie's coming along. Dave's just too. He won't ever get it, but
I'm too
but
busy, dude.
it was
Curmudgeon.
Tim that put me on this stuff a while back, and I started doing research. My goal is to have the first NFT. I keep saying that,
Listen,
but I'm gonna do
Kevin,
it. I'm gonna do
I
it.
asked you how do I buy an NFT from Gary Vee, and you said you're not going to tell me.
Well,
You said
I'm
I
not
gotta talk
because you're
to
not
Tim.
gonna do it.
You said
you're
you're
not
We're
gonna
gonna-
do it, and you don't.
We're
know
gonna
how, and it's,
slowly warp into a finance bro podcast here, guys.
Oh,
NFTs, crypto.
Yo, I had one of those guys. I had one of those podcasts ask me to come on, and I could probably make it happen if you think it's worthwhile.
Oh, dude,
It's,
you should have heard the backlash I was
crypto
getting
dudes or something. Someone
from the
Georgia.
reseller community when I was telling people about NFTs. They were like, "What are you talking about, dude? It's
Yeah.
like this is just it's a JPEG.
It's a
man."
non-fungible token that explains
Dude,
it all. guys.
Yardaroo, guys, Yardaroo. And listen, here's the thing with Yardaroo, and this is actually the most important thing. Because
You can
And when
pay
you
with
get stuff at the
NFTs.
yard sale, wrap it in the bubble wrap.
we
Get it
all,
home safely.
we
American
all
Bubble
miss
Boy.
when Yard Sale Treasure Map worked really well. Because there was like a little while there where it
Nah,
worked
dude, I just
great.
winged it for years. I
So
just
this is
drive
the
around.
idea with Yardaroo. The only way to get that back is we have to go out there and tell every yard sale we go to, hey, did you post this on Yardaroo? I find all my yard sales on Yardaroo. And then every time they have a yard sale in the future,
We need
they're gonna
like
go
a
look
we
up
need like a
Yardaroo.
catchphrase like
Yeah.
whoop de doo yardaroo or
Put
something.
this
I
on
don't know.
Yardaroo. What are you gonna do? Right? So I like that. Yeah.
Look at all this stuff.
Yeah, you could have sold this all if it was on Yardaroo, but you didn't because you put it on Craigslist.
So Tim, what's your plan? What are your changes as a reseller? What are you doing? Are you gonna do less of the YouTube sales? Are you doing more Etsy? Are you doing more eBay? Are you going more whatnot? Or do you just
Carrie never
keep
asks
going
us.
where you're going?
Nah, I'm like,
Kevin never asks us
I'm
either.
trying to do, I'm trying to do 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. You know what I'm saying? But
400%.
250.
exactly, because we don't do 100% here. We do 250. You know what
I
I
do
mean?
two, I do
Why not?
270. I'm not lazy.
I just my main thing is I want to be centralized, and once I get centralized, I'm gonna focus on streamlining. Once I streamline, then I'm gonna-
The show's
Okay.
gone off the rails.
All
You're
right.
too much uranium.
No,
glass.
All right,
because-
Mr. Buffett, we've heard enough.
because like like I live in a major city, right? And my life has been packed in a boxes for an entire year.
Carrie
I'm
lives in a
selling
box.
cards on my future in-laws
It's a big box.
dining room table. I'm selling
We all live in a
glass
box.
in a football studio at my mom's house in the basement in 2 different states. So, and I have a 10 by 20 storage unit, which costs me $280 a month. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So like right now, like my main goal has just been to stay afloat and you know, pay for this wedding.
I like
pay
this.
my bills. You know
I
what
like
I'm
to
saying? But,
have
like,
all something everywhere. I like to have every single.
no,
category,
it kills me. So like
But
that's my
it's
main
hard.
focus right now is to once I can, you know, we can finish the renovations on the house. I can get centralized, and then once I'm centralized, I can streamline, and then it's just going to be
I like
about
it.
scheduling.
Now it
Tim,
makes
you know what I'm
sense.
saying?
It's a lot of
If you were
catchphrases.
like, if you were like really a hustler, you'd figure out how to do the wedding on the cheap. And I have this idea. I haven't put it into action.
Well, we're
but
going to stream
You
it
gotta
on
load
YouTube
it.
and write it
a
off.
wedding. Find a wedding
Yeah,
that's
there you
happening,
go.
Tim. And then
Have it
right
at a
after
thrift store.
they finish the ceremony and head towards the reception, you guys hop into that same church and you get married. And then when you're done, you go to the reception after they all go home and you eat all the plates that are like kind of half gone. Free wedding.
Listen, there is no cheap way to do the wedding.
I
man.
just
I'm
gave you
gonna be
one.
Perfectly honest with you,
And you can
man.
stream
Like,
that.
we're thinking about streaming it and writing it off. Yeah, that's definitely
Yeah,
a possibility. I have
definitely.
to talk to some people
think
and see
so.
if it's
Your
feasible.
people, your accountants. Dave has a
Yeah.
great bookkeeper.
Listen,
Yeah, I don't
I'm
have
gonna be
it.
honest
Check
with
it
y'all. I need y'all to throw me some of those. Because
All
I
right,
need one.
all
I
right.
need a guy,
She's
'cause
expensive, but maybe Dave will cover some of it for you. Hey, I got something for you really
Dave's
quick.
loaded.
So, just for the record, because this is on there and I only have 10% left on my phone here. So, I've got you an Airbnb down here. There's one bed upstairs, and then there's a pull-out couch and a couch. So, which one do you want? Because I know
How
Eric
is
got to
this-
be farther away.
Listen, reselling, Kevin.
Reselling.
Nobody's listening to this. It's an hour and 30
This
minutes
is
in. Have
actually
you
the
watched
most
the
listened
watch
to
time?
part.
Yeah, this is everybody just.
I listen.
skips.
I will sleep wherever, man. As long as I got a plug, a real plug,
Electrical socket.
electrical socket.
Oh,
That's
A real
all I
plug.
need to make sure I'm charged up for the next day. Because listen, the 100-mile yard sale that we did, man, we killed it, and I wanted to give a big.
You're gonna
shout
have
out.
to. I'll give you stickers to give away to people, so you
Is
can
there-
be nice to them.
Are there people
Listen,
like
I'm one
mile?
of these dudes. I don't got no hats. I don't got no shirts. I don't got no stickers. I don't got none of that. All I do is resell. You know what I'm saying? But I will tell you.
Oh,
okay?
here we go.
All right.
Oh,
So-
look
Pull
at
up a
this.
book, The Great
Yes.
Dinosaur Mystery.
Okay.
Let's read it.
So funny story here. Okay, we were at the 100-mile yard sale. All right, and we were going through this community yard sale. And listen, this is another thing. This myths. People they love their community yard sales.
Yeah.
Man, them community yard sales.
Awful. I hate
I
that.
did good there. Y'all suck.
Make it-
You're
you
going
did.
out. I
You did
found 2
good.
plushes there. It made me
Yeah,
feel
but that's
better.
because you
sometimes-
went in the people's houses and took stuff out and said, "How much is this?" Like, oh, I didn't know we put that out.
Like, you know how when you
That's an
drive
expert
to a
level
yard
move.
sale and it just looks like a sea of pink and you're just like, I don't know if I'm gonna do this one. You know what I'm saying? And you
Yeah, oh yeah, dude.
That's how it can be sometimes. But like, we were at this one. We did find some good stuff in that community yard sale. But I'm just saying, like, sometimes you gotta take your own advice. Don't necessarily listen to everybody else's advice. That's the moral of the story. But anyways, so we were at the yard sale. I saw this book, this exact book. I picked it up. I said, Eric. I said, Sir Doc, look at this. They talking about the great mystery of dinosaurs. I told y'all dinosaurs wasn't real. And then I put it, like, you gonna buy it? I was like, nah, I ain't about to buy this. I put it back down, right? Then we run into Kevin, right? And then we do a little chit chatting, talking to YouTube, and then he's like, all right, I'm gonna meet y'all at the little flea market down the street from the community yard sale. And so next thing you know, we're walking down this little dirt road, and here comes Kevin, aka Dukes of Hazzard, in the minivan, kicking up dirt like. Drives right past us. He parks in the parking lot, hops out, and he's like, "Here you go, Tim." And he handed me
He
this
bought it for
exact
you.
same book that I saw, and then he signed it to Tim OTY from CWP 2021 100-mile yard sale. And then he's got the
You
nice
should put-
little, the nice little auto though, man. Like,
Yeah.
man, this is
You
He's
should
got a
put
nice
that on
zip.
It's
eBay.
not
You
a
can pay
sticker
for your
label.
wedding. You put that
Nah,
on
see,
eBay.
listen,
Auction that
that's the
thing
thing,
off.
man. This right here means
Buy a
something
nice
to me.
dinner or two.
Nah, this is worth
Taco
more
Bell,
than the
man.
money, man. This is memories right here. Like you know what I'm saying? You get rid of that, you can't get it
I
back.
don't know, dude. I think maybe Kevin had us bring on Tim so he could pitch us on this 100-mile yard sale here.
You're not
been asking
invited.
me to
It's not
go.
that
Yeah.
good, really. To be
Kevin's been
perfectly honest
begging
with
me
you.
to
It's-
go. Begging.
for around
he sends
here,
me a
it's
message
good.
every day. Come, Dave.
Listen, man.
please.
Any
I just
yard
need
sale
you to
is
teach me
yard
how to use
sale.
this MacBook, Dave.
Dude, we should talk about it because I think the people would like to see us together taking over the world for a little time.
In Vegas.
And are you gonna come to Vegas?
Are you coming?
No. Mm-mm. I don't think
When y'all
so.
listen, man, we gotta do a little. I'm always game to do the real life reselling
Come
in
to
person
Vegas,
with
bro.
people.
Dude,
Man.
Vegas.
What's up with Vegas?
We're gonna go
Listen,
to Vegas
man.
the last
I've
weekend.
been sober. I've
the
been
last
sober
Saturday
for
of
like
April.
12 years, man. So-
Listen,
Dude,
this
I've been
is what we're
sober
thinking.
38 years.
I've also been sober 37. The last Saturday of April, we're gonna be in Vegas. Me and Carrie are trying to figure it
Oh,
out. Like I was saying,
I can't do that.
Top Golf meetup. Carrie was saying, maybe like the dump, so we can actually pull some
Just,
stuff. out of the
I
dump.
say we just all go to Thunder Down Under. Personally.
Thunder Down. We can do that, yeah. Or the Chippendales. Is that the other
Yeah,
one?
either one.
Yeah, whatever. We'll figure it out. But
I
anyway,
don't
something.
understand Chippendales. How they get from Chippendale
Bachelor party.
furniture to Chippendale strippers?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the history of that.
Just know all I know about is Rescue Rangers.
But more importantly, and you always want to do announcements at the end of the show. That's really important to make sure as few people hear it as possible. Carrie and I are going to be live on this channel Friday night
Yes.
doing a live Trash to Cash. Kevin will probably come in the comments and troll, I would hope.
I hope
Yeah,
so.
that's
Wait.
your
This
responsibility.
Friday night?
This Friday night, live show. Trash to
TGIF,
Cash
guys, right after
Yep.
Perfect Strangers.
with a kind of a crappy guest, Paul the Philly Fliper.
We apologize in
Yes,
advance.
we're
It's
sorry
the
in
best we
advance.
could do on such
I got
short
on
notice.
before
Another
him.
whatnotter. Another whatnotter.
Dude.
Another whatnot sellout.
Okay, yeah. Remember
Hey,
all
listen,
the
we
trash
made
you're
it an
talking in a
hour
couple
and a
months,
half.
Kevin. Remember it.
Right, we did.
An hour and a
Made
half,
it
and I didn't even tell people that dinosaurs aren't real.
Yeah,
That's right. Not
They
yet.
already knew. We already know, guys.
And listen, I think we
I
should
don't
give
believe
a
in
special
'em either.
thank you to the almost 1,000 people that listen every week and don't even see our faces. I think that's kind of a
Wow,
a
there's
good
that many?
number. We're finally up to about 1,000 a week.
Is this show
Wow.
as bad on a podcast as it is on
I think
YouTube?
it's probably better.
It's a lot
I
of
think it's probably
silly
better 'cause
talk.
you don't have
I
to look
have
at
read
Carrie.
that.
Yeah.
What do you think they're gonna say about this? About me?
We actually,
They're probably gonna say
You're gonna see a flow.
we
Matter of
actually
fact,
talked
kinda
reselling
curious,
a little
like,
bit too
I-
much.
Where do you want to
I-
send people, Tim? Do you want them to go
I
to
s-
Whatnot? Do you want them to go to one of your 17 Instagram accounts? Do you
Is
want
there
where do you
room
want
in
them
your
to go?
top
Play,
top
you
on
got
MySpace?
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Not-
Go.
Queebid.
Just go whatever floats your boat and finds a
Guys.
lost remote. You know what I'm
There
saying?
we
Oh,
go.
You-
but seriously, what are you?
Pinterest.
How many Instagrams do you have?
So all right, you can find me, my personal Instagram, if you want to see, you know what I'm saying, like the mustache twirling. That's gonna be at Tim Walk on Water. Okay. And
Okay.
then, yeah, I got that name from high school because I was
baseball
I-
player.
You know, yeah, baseball, basketball. Listen, man,
Gotcha.
Turn around
My
and
phone's
he has a
gonna
very
die.
directional mic.
I
Yeah,
got
so
some
I can't hear him.
everything. No,
He
you can
got
find
some
me
trophies.
at Over the Years Collecting is my antique Instagram. At Over the Years eBay is my more
Sports.
centralized reselling Instagram. At Over the Years Sports is the brand new channel that just launched, which also has a YouTube channel, Over the Years Sports, with one of the dopest intro videos you'll ever see in your life. Shout out to my boy Authentic, who put that together for me, who's also my co-host on my other YouTube channel, Authentic in the Beard, that does
See, somebody
fantasy
who's got more
football
YouTube channels than me.
Crazy.
and NFC East football. And then, yeah, you can find me on
What's your
Whatnot Over the
LinkedIn?
Years. You can find me everywhere. Over the Years. All you got to do is type in Over the Years. Google
What's
it.
your MySpace?
Over the
Exactly,
hill.
dude.
Over the hill is where you get Kevin.
Listen,
Farmers only.
I was a Friendster guy. You know, I was on that Friendster. I bet y'all,
Oh, man.
I might be too
Are
old
you
for
big-
y'all.
Dude,
Carrie,
I remember
should get
Friendster.
live.
I remember
You remember
Friendster, dude.
Friendster, right?
Yeah, I do.
You know what would be fun, Carrie? We
Hot
do
or
a
not, dude? I
live-
was really big on that.
Hold on. You do a live Trash to Cash podcast on Omegle, and we just keep cycling through people until they bail, like, and we just don't even acknowledge them. I mean, the problem.
You ever
is-
see like the people who do like concerts for that on Omega?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, like,
we could just be
Marcus-
like, we aren't
Marcus
talking,
Veltri.
then we just go mid sentence and do it.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, Marcus Veltri. I know you're watching. I actually enjoy your stuff, and I work with your cousin in my day job. Just saying.
Shout out.
Have you
Wait,
thought
you have a
about?
day job?
I do have a day job.
Yeah.
Do you really not know that,
Yeah,
Tim?
I'm telling you, Dave is
I heard
unreal.
you say it last episode, but I thought that
Yeah,
that was a
bro.
joke. I can never
No.
tell
I don't
with
know how
y'all.
he
What's
has
serious,
time.
what's not. That's why I asked
It's
Carrie
all
about the bank
serious.
commercial.
It's
What
all
What do you do
serious.
if you
That's
don't
why
mind
I'm
me
going to
asking?
Vegas. Product development.
Oh, that's
I help make
that's right.
products. Yeah.
You help make products?
Well, I literally make design products. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you do some designs for me, man? Throw me some, you know,
It's an
be my
Dude, he's
electronic.
plug.
I
edited
make an
TikToks for
electronic.
me.
I make electronics.
Dave,
Well, I
will
don't
you
even
be
do.
my
Hold
plug?
on. I don't do any of like the hard work, the engineer stuff, because I don't even have a college degree. Instead, I'm like the think tank.
It's an
I'm
American
the guy
great.
with the ideas. I'm the idea
But
guy.
listen,
at
man,
the
I
company.
love. Ain't nothing better than a guy with ideas.
I'm the idea
Unless it's a
guy.
girl with ideas.
I just think of stuff. It took a long time to get the job where you just think of stuff all day. Thought of
Spreadsheets
something,
and
guys.
thinking.
Here's a spreadsheet. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna make a presentation, then a spreadsheet about it.
I
PowerPoint,
do
baby.
want to thank you guys though for getting the marbles to have me on and kick it with you guys because I
Hey, are
truly
marbles worth money? They're
honestly
glass.
I honestly truly do believe that you guys have something that's super dope here and very different because I think sometimes people take reselling too serious and I think that it's important to for for the mentality of it to kind of realize that we are super fortunate that we're able to do what we do, and it is fun, as stressful as it can be. I think it's important for people to see the other side of it and not be so serious. I think the great philosopher of Van Wilder once said,
Yes.
Are we gonna get into existentialism here?
if you take life too serious, you'll never make it out alive. So
Yeah,
Do you have any?
Let's do it.
You have
Let's
any
do it. Let's do a
Kierkegaard
keg
for
stand.
us?
my
love
record,
it,
that's where
man.
Tim Walk on Water comes from. My record was 2 minutes.
Oh, really?
I'll tell you what. So Tim, when you watch the show, listen to the show, because you must pack like 10 to 15 hours a week minimum, maybe more.
I wish it was only 10 to 15 hours.
So, you're doing 3 whatnots, and you're I guess I'm forgetting, of course, all the eBay sales and Etsy and whatever.
Yeah.
So it's probably what. So what do you do? Is it just 20 hours?
I'd
shipping
say
20 hours?
I'd say on average, I probably pack 6 hours a day.
Oh my goodness!
And
Dawn needs to go to work for him, Carrie.
Jeez, yeah.
No, I'm packing too, but Don does most of it, and it takes forever. Whatnot is a beast, guys, when it comes to packing.
I can totally see like Carrie and Dawn working side by side, and Dawn's got like a pile of packages this high, and Carrie's on his second one. How do I do this, Dawn?
Yeah, you don't know how spot on you are, but that is
I know.
very much.
Hey,
the
the
truth.
show is almost over, and so this is what I want to say. It's Tuesday morning. You just finished the greatest show on earth. Right now, instead of being like all sad, because I know you all get sad, it's over. Go over to OBX Flips, and Tim is still there. He's like right
you
there.
get 8 hours.
now.
But he doesn't behave like he just
And-
did right
no,
here.
but
He
you can
behaves.
ask
He
him, you
does.
can
He
say,
respects.
Unplug, guys.
You can say, hey,
Yeah.
Tim, I
Unfiltered.
just insta-messaged you a picture of some glass I found. What's it worth? And Tim will
Uh,
live evaluate the value of your glass
Yeah.
on the show.
And he just said
tomorrow.
everybody, all people. I've sent a couple of people to him. He's never complained.
I got a guy that just messaged me a couple weeks ago that you sent over. He had some
Yeah.
amethyst glass,
And he
asked
only
me to take a
charges
look at.
20% of the sale price of the item. Payable via NFTs only.
You need to be like the new host of the Antiques Roadshow. That would be great. Tim would host it.
There was a pitch that a lot of people were trying to pitch to get me to be the co-host for a Dr. Lori show, but I didn't.
Dr.
guess
That'd
Maury
be-
Povich?
Dr. Lori.
Dr. Lori. You don't know who Dr.
Dude,
Lori
I don't know
is? dude?
anyone. We do this every week. Do we really have to keep doing it? Dave knows nobody. I know Maury Povich, though, so I guess I've come out on that front, That
Tim,
seems like a
thank
good
you
time
for
to
showing
end
up.
the show. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you,
Looking forward to
Kev.